Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Varden Heste, and we are back with Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Hello, Sky. Thank you for the like and subscribe. Let's see. Today, I really want to fight some ships. I've been looking to do that for a while, but man, we have been getting very unlucky. Very unlucky. Let's see. I also should probably talk to this guy over here, because I've been avoiding him. And this guy right over here. I have been avoiding you. Oh, I also should talk to what's her name? I always forget her name. It is Yurlit. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Yurlit, your stone broke. And I know for elves, that's a really bad thing. A very bad thing. Where are you? Oh, you're way over here. Yurlit, are you alright? And they're trying to stop you for some reason.
Elantak? I trust your journeys were fruitful.
Oh, she doesn't want to say anything. Never mind. Never mind. What about you? Okay, back to you. Do you wish to speak?
Broke free the bold from captors
Oh my
grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty and the yet fatter cunning.
I see. And?
I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand
Oh,
celebration.
feast. Let's see, what are you planning to do with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor.
I see. Let's see. Tell me about your brothers, the Space Wolves. Do I want to talk about? Let's see. How did you end up here?
What do you want to know?
Let's
What
see.
brought the Space Wolves to the Expanse? Or how I ended up in the non-human's Dark City?
I am unsure. You know, part of me doesn't really care.
This was a... Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions.
My curiosity is sated.
Should what I told...
You know what? I realize I don't actually care. Not to say that you're not interesting, but I don't know. I always found these Space Marines the least interesting part of Warhammer 40k. I mean, they're kind of cool, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see them that cool, you know. Not when you're a genetically superior thing, you know. It just makes them less cool. It's kind of why I see superheroes as less cool, too. But it's like, oh, you're superpowered. Well, great. Wow, you're going against all these people who do not have superpowers. Hello, Sky. Hello, Sky. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. But yeah, I'm not really, you know, a fan of the whole, you know, superior and genetically modified characters. Not a fan, not a fan. See, have I done everything? I think I have. I think. Have I? Let's see, blood ties. Must travel to Dargonis. Oh, that's right, Dargonis. What is this one? Located in one of the fringe systems. Reach the system mentioned in the message. Who's... Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, same usually. Let's see, not after coming to your senses at the corpse dump. The Lord Captain discovered that his boots were missing. Oh, another errand I did not do. Apparently I forgot to do this. Yeah, it's just like this quest. I didn't finish this quest either. But it is fun to be one OP guy sometimes. Yeah, every once in a while it's pretty fun. Yeah, every once in a while, but overall, don't care for it, you know. Do not care for it. Ugh, what shall I do? If I were to actually read these... See, this one is perhaps the wait and search. I gotta wait, that's right. And this one is Dargonus. Reach the system mentioned in this one, the Calamity. Let's go ahead and go to a Dargonus, because I know where Dargonus is. I really want to fight ships, though. I've been wanting to use my newfound weapons to destroy... Oh, Lord Captain, the astropaths are reporting a new message. It says Lord Inquisitor Calcazar is sending his regards to your lordship and is hoping to meet you in his palace at Footfall at your earliest convenience. Then let us set course for Footfall. This must be very important. As you wish, Lord Captain. Okay, I do need to go there. Is this Dargonus? That's Janus. This is Dargonus. Let's see, I could go there. Oh, this is a new place. Okay, that's a new one. Anything else? And the other new. So it's just you. There might be ships here to destroy. I do like destroying ships. But at the same time, I should go ahead and do this. Maybe he'll lead me to more ships to destroy. Uh-oh, what happened? What's going on? What's going on? What is happening? It wasn't me, I swear. What is this? Why does these load screens take so long? I have a SSD, like a really good SSD. This game just takes forever. My goodness. It's like I'm playing the Bethesda games. Ugh. Playing Skyrim all over again. Although Skyrim wasn't that bad. Ooh, it's you. Varden Heste. How wonderful it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, closes her eyes, and you are released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me, my powers are sometimes too incessant in their attempts to break free from my control. Or like playing Shinobu's modded lethal file, lol. I don't think I've played his lethal file. Unless there's a different one. Unless we did play that one. I don't remember. You have made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. Your efforts are lacking. I suggest you try harder, because my patience is bound to run out eventually. I don't know why I like reading that one like as if I'm Darth Vader. Your efforts are lacking. Was there anything you wish to tell me? Here, I'll do this one, the first one. You have made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. Yeah, we did. Remember the frames? Oh, yeah, the frames one. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I came to deliver good tidings. I have spoken with House Navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissent in the midst, House Orselio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Uric 5 and the resolution of the conflict at Dargonus Reception. Not all Orselios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the house present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowers her gaze, and clasps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I'm going mad. For you, these visions are about me, the Atlas, the Tessaphone Orselio. The house previous Novator, I have seen Tesophone's experiments, the ones that involve the navigators from the Sethala branch, which she was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visions told me an altogether different story, one where the Sethalas helped Tesophone create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with it. Perhaps I know I can find the way to the Palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tesophone's journey from my visions. A real place, not the psychophysical illusion to which the Orselio navigators can reach out. I have always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know with absolute certainty. I have been informed that House Orselio will soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be better to wait for it to finish first? What makes you so sure that you will find the way to this physical manifestation of Atlas? What else did the visions tell you? Has the warp twisted your mind? Let's see. What makes you so sure? I saw Tesophone's experiments in epiphany in my dream, just like my visions came to me on our travels through the warp. She beheld a planet hidden behind roiling warp storms. The world promised her great power, so Tesophone gathered the Sethalas, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that the Sethalas sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Orselio obtained the Stairway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the questions my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tesophone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Orselio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Varden Heste, do not snap this tautly drawn string of destiny. My destiny. Journey with me in Tesophone's wake to the distant stars. And see. And why pray tell should I go? No. I have had enough of these. No. I shall help you, Lady Cassia. Cassia breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her ruby eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree upon to even brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origins, and I do not wish to see House Orselio lose even one more life to another fratricidal skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about our past on my own. Let's see. If you wish to show the house your strength and undauntable spirit, invite the renegades to be the first to touch the secrets of the Atlas they loathed so much. Let's see. You are standing on the cusp of a great discovery for the house, Orselio. Inviting the regent seems like the sensible thing to do. Let's see. Then it is best that we go alone. Cassie's shoulders relax a little. Thank you for your understanding, rogue trader. And now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey, and from what I have been able to glean, we must first travel to the red eyes widen in astonishment. The Orselio prophecy system. Odd that. Could it be that the historical records are lying, and that Kaelin Orselio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, that was the system from which Tesophone embarked on her journey, and we are going to follow her long-forgotten footsteps. I see. More quests. And what? See, the price of power. Smaragdus Mundus. I see. Hoodie. Let's leave. Hoodie. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember killing you. You were a very tough enemy. Very tough. Woody. Get some water. Let's do this. Do. Okay. See, what should I do first? Should I speak with the Inquisitor first? Or should I do everybody's quests first? Ooh. Let's see. I do like doing side quests first. Maybe I should do side quests. And I'm pretty curious about this, this quest in particular. Let's see. Cassia's. Something Calamities. Where is it? Garfield Calamity. Where is... Oh, it's here. Wait, do I have 2 quests there? Doo-doo. Oh, no, that's you. Whoops, the price of power. Smaragdus Mundus. Smaragdus Mundus. Where is Smaragdus Mundus? Where could you be? Oh, Smaragdus Mundus. Smaragdus Mundus. Wait a minute. Where could you be? Go. Go. Show me. Show me. Yeah. Smaragdus Mundus. Smaragdus Mundus. Where could you be? Smaragdus Mundus. Smaragdus Mundus. Where could you be? Oh, right here. Oh, it's right here. I see. So we need to go here. So we need to go back this way anyway. So you go here, and then we gotta make our way here. Uncharted. The only way to get there is here. Okay. Travel here. Lord Captain, I bring you new information about the Xeno device that you discovered during your time away. Ever since your return, the tech priests have been making every effort to comprehend the nature of this mysterious technology, and they have succeeded to an extent. After many rituals and pleas to the machine god, they awakened the Xeno artifact. For but a moment, it produced a holographic copy of a planet, and coordinates that matched a location in Longrim's belt. Perhaps you will wish to see with your own eyes what destination holds. See. What could possibly be there? Do. Okay, I want to go this way. Do. And then I want to go this way. Cool. And then this way. Cool. And then I will go ahead and make you unsafe. Warp travel. It looks like there's another planet here. Well, let's travel. Oh. What's happening? Entry. See, 10 chronometer turns since the incident. Enforcer. Witness Ada. You claim that you left the Sanctum Navis on the Lady Navigator's orders. Affirmative. The unit acted in accordance with maintenance protocol. Step 1. Seize the sacred mechanisms for the duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. You failed to inform the bridge about the immediate jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the void ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirits for warp translation. Cause. A ritual that cannot be identified by the unit's capabilities. This unit receives the command to interrupt protocol and exit the Sanctum Navis. Turn senselessly. No, please, not the fingers. I'm gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the Lady Navigator's blood into the paints. Then we were told to lock open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Navis from the observation chambers, and Garrock's armor-glass can't shield you from warped horrors. Say, yeah, take those fingers for a collection. Hello, Jem, hello, Jem. Good to see you, good to see you. And see, I swear it on my soul and the Golden Throne. Master Enforcer, the Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture for a ritual or some such. That's all I know. She wasn't going to use the power in her eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Oh. She's drawing something. Let's see. We performed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Geller field in time, and are now being dragged to the throne knows where by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Navis? I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open, but then I was told it was on the rogue trader's orders. We could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and the Lady Navigator picked up her brush. In trance, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image over another, and another one over the last, and another, and then Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other. Dashed to the control panel, and gave the order to shoot at the window, thus drawing Lady Cassia's attention. Let's see. What did Lord Captain do? What did I do? And then Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other. Let's see. Called out to Lady Cassia. Dashed to the control panel. I didn't dare to stop him. I just watched, pulled her at the ready. The machine spirits were mad. The doors and the shutters started opening and closing at random, but the rogue trader managed to dart inside. Startled by all the noise, the Lady Navigator turned around, and then those horrors in her paintings, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. The Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, oh God, Emperor. The creatures, they pulled them both inside the painting. Sir? Senior Enforcer. Mistress Fox, Master. I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. The Lord Captain and Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I am sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Sector, no data. No data. No data. Material. Relation of the Lord Captain's personal account. Recorded by. No data. Strictly classified. Access protocol. Varden Heste von Valencius. Testaphone Orselio's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. The void ship's machine spirits reacted to the surge of the Immaterium and interrupted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of sirens, the clanging of shutters, and the distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis towards the creature from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. See, horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. The Lord Captain snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking at the hands reaching from inside the painting. Tried to escape this. Let's see. Grabbed. No. He would have did this. Woody. Let's see. Snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking at the hands reaching from the painting. The ritual dagger of the House Orselia cleaved the billowing shadows, and yet the painted hand reformed itself in the moment after the blade pressed through it. Cassia went limp in the clutches of her horrific creation. and was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Varden Heste, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world the Lady Navigator had created. Varden Heste awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in a void strewn with hundreds of Lady Navigator colors, and some of them bright, warm, and alluring, others morose, cold, and heavy. The Lord Captain reached for the bright colors, swarmed towards the dark colors, closed his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness, reached for the bright colors. Varden Heste plunged into the river of bright hues, and flashes of rosy sunset and lilac carried him down the dazzling stream. Before long, the Lord Captain was standing in an idyllic garden, permeated with the fragrance of flowers and the singing of birds. Servants in purple livery darted back and forth, attending to a withered old woman in a navigator's mask. Sitting on her lap and smiling coyly to everyone was a little girl with ruby eyes and white hair. "Be a good little girl, my child, until the day we meet again." With trembling hands, the woman handed the girl to a navigator in a laboratory attire. "I am out of time. Prepare the child for the Atlas transfer and destroy all records and mentions of the world of vtuber. None must learn of that which took place here. And remember, her body must grow strong for it to accept my power. And once I have returned, loyalty will be rewarded." I'm starting to understand what's happening. So, okay. I think, even though I haven't read the whole thing, I think this project was in order for her to achieve some form of immortality. So they want her to grow up to be strong, and then they're going to take her body. That's what I think is happening, or what was supposed to happen. The memory dissipated, and a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back to the ocean of nothingness. But this time, the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all of it contained was shadows of invisible monsters swimming by, shrouded by a nebulous veil of unfathomableness. The Lord Captain swam towards the dark colors. Grayish-blue waves swallowed the Lord Captain. The feeling of lightness disappeared, and his limbs grew heavy again. Varden Heste fell on the hard floor of a laboratory cluttered with vats as tall as human. Inside them were dozens of hundreds, even of repulsive mutants. Some had no arms, or no legs, or two heads, or no face, and their innards turned inside out. But each had white skin, white hair, long clawed limbs, and ruby eyes. "My lady, the child is born." Let's see. "Well, hello, I apologize for being 30 minutes late. How is everything?" "It's alright. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Leather. It's good to see you." Let me just go ahead. Do. Forgot to do this. Do, and there. Okay, we'll do that. But yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Let's go ahead and continue. We got trapped inside a painting, it looks like. Something's happening. I think I know what's kind of happening. I have an idea. The tall old woman slowly approached one of the vats. Readings, stable, mutations. None were detected at any of the stages. Genes, identical, my lady. Chances of survival? 100 times higher than any of the previous experiments. How long will it take to grow this child? I fear accelerating the process might cause the body to fail. The only one after years of silence. I understand the situation. Natural growth. I do not have that much time. We will have to go with the backup plan. Yes, Novator. It'll be done. Let's see. The memory dissipated, and a gust of silvery wind hurled the Lord Captain back into the ocean of nothingness. But this time, the nothingness felt dismal. Instead of bright hues, all of it contained was shadows of invisible monsters, swimming by, shrouded by a nebulous veil of unfathomableness. The Lord Captain closed his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness. Ooh, okay. So what I'm understanding is they indeed the point was to take over her body so that the old leader would reign for much longer. From what I understand, basically an immortality thing. But Cassia grew up and she's her own person. I must save Cassia from this fate. Varden has stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion, until a slight smile upon someone's lips surfaced in his mind. The warmth of her skin, the silk of her snow-white hair. Cassia. She was there, somewhere amid the seething nothingness, all alone. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionlessness. Body and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted into the maroon abyss of roiling illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Then Varden Heste descended into the abyss towards the screams. The Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a roiling abyss. In the next moment, Varden Heste saw the two figures amid the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one in its claws, screaming furiously. The Lord Captain, no, you must not take, you must not take. See, awareness peered into the strange maroon mist. See, in the swirling mist all around him, Varden Heste could make out the human faces stricken with torment, and not just human faces. There were Xenos, Aldari, their features fused together with those of humans, which made the Crimson Spectres look all the more abominable. Their gazes, their rage, were directed at the two unmoving figures facing each other. Oh no, we must save Cassia. I drew close to look at the figures. One step was all it took before some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him, and drag him through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long-dead navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck in its clawed fingers. The shade screamed, "You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now, because I have willed it so. Bow before me. Tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I have waited for so long. Submit to me." Oh my goodness. And see, Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheeks, yet there was steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know who you are, Tessaphone or Celio. I know what you crave. I saw in the visions that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me." Cassia's fatigued voice quivered, but she was not about to yield this battle. Let's see. Urged the Lady Navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. Yeah. Fight, Cassie, you can do it. This might be a fight that only she can do. I have a feeling that I can't actually help, other than, use the power of friendship. Okay, use the power of friendship, which I did. I succeeded. The Lord Captain's words attracted not just Lady Cassia's attention. Tessaphone's Orcelio, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in the bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity's claws were millimeters from Rogue Trader's throat, Cassia opened the navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Tessaphone's specter before she realized what was happening. The Lady Navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous Novator of her house. But the Rogue Trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert that accursed place. See, Cassia took the Rogue Trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Navis, 20 Terran days after their disappearance. As soon as the Rogue Trader's void ship had emerged from the warp in an unknown system, Nice. We've done it. I don't know what we did, But is there enemy ships here? Because I really want to fight ships. I really want to. But yes, I think we did, we successfully fought off the bad person. I think so. Begin scan. And see. I wonder if this is a lab. If this is where the real lab is. Begin scan. It is Palace of the Atlas. Of course, we want Cassia. Let's see. Not your lit, or, you know, we'll keep your lit. Oh no, I'm starting to really like your lit. So your lit can come. I'm sorry, Kaiju. I'm sorry. Let's go. Learning anything that isn't natural is just an unconventional pain. Ooh, I see. The lab was a an Aldari place, a crone world. What does that even mean? I'm sure that means something to somebody. I'm trying to learn guitar to understand the struggle. Ooh, nice. I imagine guitar would be really difficult, even more difficult than piano. Because piano, if you think about it, you're just pressing buttons. What's going on over here? Items.
Know your duty.
Items. I do like items. Ooh. Decayed pages. Any more item? Item? Okay, I can't go here. More
We
items?
shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Hello, Zane. Hello, Zane. Good morning to you. Item? Item? Ooh. Item. Item. Oh, it's down there. Item. Any,
Let us walk
any other
this
item?
path to the end.
Item? No item so far? But what if I climb down here?
Perfection.
Climb down, and then I do this.
The machine god grants the insight.
Items. Elite marksman gloves. Ooh, I know who gets that. I know who gets that. I found really good gloves for you. And they look cool too. Oh, you can't use this? What? Drukhari equipment. And you don't have Drukhari equipment. Do I really not have Drukhari equipment? Oh. Sads. This would be perfect for you. Man. Oh well.
Predictable.
Oh well. I'm sads, because I got loots that was
With
good,
each step,
but
I
can't actually
forge
use.
my destiny among the stars.
Let's see. More lootses? I should probably save. Something tells me I should save. I'm getting this nagging feeling. I should save. Just saying. There's something that's saying to me. There's bad things that are about to happen.
Rock has fallen.
Kudarok.
Its remains hidden in the darkness of the expanse.
Does
All
it?
that is left for me to do now is to follow the one who allowed me to walk this path
I see.
to the end.
I see.
At least you know some semblance of gratitude, Xenos.
Who?
The rogue trader is the only reason you are still alive. It is
How
only
do I go
just
here?
that you repay him.
Okay, you're going that way. I'm gonna let you do your thing, Argenta, because I want to see how you get there. Oh, you can go there.
Duty prevails.
Good job. And see, Grenader's pack. Plasma ring. See, a ring weapon that fires... Oh, it's a weapon. One of the ring
The
weapons.
divine watches over us.
Ooh. Any more items? Items. Argenta, where are you? Why are you so late?
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Hold. cursed child. We need to ally ourselves with the Xenos once more to stop you. No matter. It is a small price to pay for the liberation of House Orcelio from the chains of tyranny. Oh no. What's going on? Oh no, they're fighting each other, no. Be gone, renegades. We followed the Atlas call in your wake, child. Stand with us. House Orcelio will not trade Tesophone's legacy for the false ideals of blind fools. I mean, let's see. What would be the right idea? What is happening? Uh-oh. Oh no, it's killing everybody. Everyone dies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Orcelio Renegade's representative. Damn Xenos. This was not the bargain we struck. Thrones smite you. The navigators, whose skin is so thin that it reveals the muscles, bones, and innards underneath, clutches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. Oh, these are not normal dark elves, or even Aldari. These are the other guys, whatever you call them, the jester people. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by Xenos? I wish my eyes were of deceiving me, but now I can see clearly that the great regent Aranto, you spared Aranto, was right to send us after your vessel. The sturdily built woman is armed with a pistol, and yet there are signs of exhaustion in her posture. Her face is hidden behind a gem-encrusted three-eyed mask, and her elaborate novice nobielt vestments are stained with dried blood and other evidence of recent combat. Let's see. Urio, everybody's dead. I too wish to be enlightened about what is happening here. An ambush? How ignorable. Yes, so typical Xenos. See, address the great regent envoy. How did you get here? Address the regent's envoy. How did you get here before us? No one but Cassian knew the way. I too wish to be enlightened about what is happening here. And see, oh trope master, you will stop defiling the remains of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with your semblance of speech, Monkai. The Harlequin's bright clothes glimmer faintly in the dim light of the system star, and the sinister grin on his mask only adds to his menacing and aloof presence. The final act will soon unfold where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull out your strings. Why? Why are these Xenos ruins where the palace of the Atlas should be? Why is the palace coated in the impenetrable black mist? I'm suffocating. Cassia clutches her breastplate near where her Atlas is, her voice feeble and trembling. Three-eyed Monkai who sees into Shiel, the taint of your ancestors has begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with an insatiable lust for power that is not yours, ending your misery will be merciful. And see, taint, do you mean the Atlas, Xenos, traitor? Silence, traitor. The Atlas is the sacred relic of the House Orcelio. It is what elevates us above the rest. How dare you? The regent envoy abruptly loses her breath with a groan, and she clutches her chest where her Atlas is implanted. I refuse to accept this. Impossible. Let's see, what is this taint you speak of, Xenos? Why shouldn't I simply kill you all where you stand? What is this taint you speak of? Do you not see it? The Harlequin's voice booms throughout the ruined temple. When you, Monkai, discovered the Crone world, you tainted it with your crude technology, despoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to the last stone. But the worst of all, you sullied the souls of our ancestors reposed in the sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. He points his thin finger at the remarkable crystal floating behind his back, and the harlequins around you tighten the grips of their weapons. Like a sea of bottomless blue, Cassia looks around her with a stunned expression, her gaze shifting from one Xeno to another. I did not know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint the ocean a different color. And see. Examine the crystal. The enormous translucent stone shares a strange resonance with this place. You can sense the energy emanating from it, mysterious, restless, coagulant. I can never read words. Coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken root within like a terrible illness. What is this place? We call planets such as this one crone worlds. They came to be long before my time, back when all the Eldari were a united people whose empire stretched from one edge of the galaxy to the other. It is the world beneath the first stars, an unblighted world. I never thought I would come to find one. Can anyone read words? I don't think so. I have nothing to add to the outcast words, other than my internal astonishment at your curious trope, Monkai. How did the navigators of the House Orcelio tainted the spirit monolith? The experiments. This is where she conducted the experiments. Tesiphon. No, it is not possible to consort with Xenoses to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tesiphon Orcelio executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house's coat of arms? Open your eyes. Quiet, the Harlequin's tone is mild, but is not a request. I am unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gazes, three-eyed Monkai, who see into the Sheol. I realized it at the moment I met the first of you, wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kin. I sensed it within you, our ancestors' call, their pleas, their endless torment. I knew that what you found was a crone world, and I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. That said, no one can read words. None of us. None of us can read. What is the meaning behind your words, Althier, Trope Master? You know the answer already, Outcast. You have always known. See, what was that about? The answer, have you always known? So that is why. That is why your presence makes my soul shriek to the size of a river pearl, and my throat choke with the collar of thorns. That is why your words seep into my soul like poison, leaving wounds that will not heal. There is a shard of the spirit monolith inside you, Monkai, twisted, perverted, invigorating you by making my ancestors suffer. Alas, you are right, Outcast. The ancestors of the three-eyed Monkai sought to command the power of the spirit monolith, and yet they suffered failure time and again. Eventually, they discovered a way to harness the power. A terrible way, torturous and unforgivable. They shattered the monolith into many shards and weakened the souls within, and then trembles with fury. Then they placed the shards of the spirit monolith into their bodies to empower their abilities. I never wished to learn such harsh truths about my own house. Cassia buries her face in her hands, and you feel waves of despair spreading from her lithe frame, which suddenly appears as fragile as glass. Let's see, neither Theodore von Valencius nor Tesiphon was infallible, but that doesn't mean we are powerless to rectify the errors of our ancestors. Yeah. You say that only because you wish to soothe me. No. The renegade navigator stares at Cassia in shock. You are more than just a tyrant's heir. You are a successor to a mad heretic, a betrayer of the faith. You must be destroyed, and you and the Atlas, once and for all. You think the solution is so easy, don't you, Monkai? When you die, your souls become captives inside the spirit monolith. The process is deranging to our ancestors who have served as the monolith's guardians for eons. It is equally agonizing to the souls of your dead, and the more Monkai souls the monolith absorbs, the more volatile it becomes. The Aldari and the Monkai have spent many a dance battling for supremacy within the monolith, and its integrity is waning. You sense it too. The only way to free our ancestors from the pain is to separate the Monkai taint from the spirit monolith. My troop is here to perform just that. We all will play our parts today, and when the final act of this age-long tragedy begins, the Monkai players will exit the world stage. Sinister shadows dance on the Harlequin's mask as he draws an unknown device from his sleeve. What do you say to Zeno's assertions? See, the Atlas must certainly be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve penance for Tessephon's crimes. Is there no way whatsoever to separate the Navigator's souls from those of the Aldari without killing one or the other? And see, Cassia is the inheritor of one who bound the spirit to the monolith. Navigator's bodies, listen to whatever she has to say. She is not the woman her predecessor was. And see, House Orselio can never hope to redeem themselves with the god. I will not stand here and let see. Let me ask some questions. See, the Atlas must be destroyed, but surely the entire house cannot be expected to serve as penance to Tessephon's crimes. What perish the thought? The Stairway Atlas is the foundation of House Orselli's power. Whence do you suppose we draw this strength to fare the Sea of Souls? Is this not the greatest library of Novus Nobiliet knowledge across the Kronos expanse, the Calaxis sector? Should the Atlas be destroyed, House Orselli will face oblivion. Nonsense. Tessephon created the Atlas only a few centuries ago, whereas the history of House Orselio dates back to at least a millennium. We have always been a house to be reckoned with, but when Tessephon arrived in the expanse, she set her sights on acquiring power that could let her family branch dominate the rest. And where has that left us? Our bodies are corrupted with Xeno heresy. God, Emperor, forgive your children for committing a trespass so heinous. Is there no way whatsoever to separate the Navigator's souls from those of the Aldari without killing one or the other? And see, the Xeno thinks for a moment. You Monkai have desecrated our ancient world. I see no reason to assist you with the final dance. Save the Navigators from death, and you will gain a powerful ally among the humans. Perhaps. The third-eyed Monkai who see into the shell could be useless to the trope. They do not fear the realm of the she-hooters. They cut through it on their steel-winged birds. They even found their way to a crone world that was hidden from our sight. The Harlequin lowers his head in thought. Your words are harmonious, Monkai, but what will your companions say? Cassia gives you a grateful nod and turns to the Harlequin trope. I cannot change the past, it is true, nor can I change the fact that my house is forever tainted with disgrace born of Tessephon's Orselli's hubris. Yet all of us here today have the power to change the future and halt the unending suffering that is drowning both your kin and mine. You suggest that the Monkai and the Aldari change the future together? The Harlequin leans forward curiously. I must admit, my leading lady, I am confounded by your audacity. Go on. My Atlas. Cassia places a hand on her gilded breastplate. If you can free the phantoms of my house from the spirit monolith, guide them to enter my Atlas, their experience and wisdom will help steer House Orselio onto the path of truth and allow future generations to avoid the calamitous pitfalls of your forebears. Ko Morag, my leading lady, the shards of the monolith are lodged inside the chest of every Monkai bound to you by ties of blood. How exactly do you intend to return them? I shall use the Atlas to sever my subjects' connections to the spirit monolith, and then I shall extract its shards from every navigator of House Orselio. This artifact is implanted at birth. but that does not mean that the ritual cannot be reversed. I witnessed the creation through Tesiphone's eyes in my visions. I lived it over and over again. Through the memories of the Siethala clan, I can recreate the ritual that will return the souls of your kin to you and save my people's lives. Let's see. Let us deal with the Atlas issue after we have destroyed the Xenos. Seldom do humans and Xenos get this chance to resolve conflicts without violence. I second Lady Cassia's proposal. The Harlequin remains as still as the Garnish statue for several minutes. Then the mellifluous voice behind the mask says, "I'm willing to try, Monkai." "No," the Regent's envoy draws his pistol. "I won't let you destroy the Atlas, even if it is the child's wish." Lady Orsilio, are you too young and inexperienced? You simply cannot comprehend. You addressed the future Novator of the House Orsilio, one who survived the massacre of Uric V, who has lived following an attempt on her life at the Palace of Darganas, who has restored the house's stability in what scant time she has been free, while you, all of you, has spent years destroying it from within. You address one who has passed through the tempest of the Sea of Souls, to the truth, Atlas, as a rogue trader's ally, yet still you call me unworthy, don't you, young, inexperienced? Kneel before me, and I shall forgive you your insolence. House Orsilio was always loyal to Novator Tisiphone. Henceforth, it will be loyal to her successor, even if you see fit to lead us down a different path, my lady. Nice. Are you done with your performance, Monkai? Then stand aside and do not interrupt. Let's do this. I mean, did we have to kill everybody? I mean, did everybody have to die, you know? It feels like we could have solved this without having everybody die earlier. Because that was a good, like, what, 20 people that just lost their lives? See, the answer is 42. I agree. Oh, I can feel it again. The tranquility. The ancestral souls have found peace, and the corruption no longer endangers the monolith of their world. The Harlequin narrow shoulders now look completely relaxed. Remember our agreement, Cassia Orsilio. We will soon meet in this place again, so that you can give us the shards. And now, be gone from our world, Monkai. I'm gonna go ahead and take everybody's stuff, if you guys don't mind. Just gonna grab these things here. Just grab that. You guys don't mind? Okay, I'm just gonna take those.
Know your duty.
You don't mind? I'm just gonna grab this. Grab all this stuff. Do anything over here? Oh, nothing.
You are in the presence of House Orsilio.
Xenos. What is this?
This explorator is blessed with
Anything?
multifunctionality.
More
Let the
items?
faith guide my path to
Items?
glory.
No items?
The machine
Do.
gun grants me
What about
insight.
this?
My
Okay.
success is an
It seems to
irrefutable
be
certainty.
everything.
With each step, I forge my
Cool.
destiny among
See,
the
is
stars.
that actually everything? The price of power. The Lady Navigator wishes to discuss all that transpired. I see. Let's have to go to the ship. Let's go. Let's leave. We have done everything. We were very peaceful. As you can see, I love playing face characters, as you can see. My persuasion is very high. Nice. Let's do this. Let's go. Dude. Drink some water. All the water. Okay. So where to? Let's go ahead and... I'm assuming I have to go to the bridge. The bridge. The bridge that once was. We must speak with Lady Orsilio. Do 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 do. The bridge. The bridge. The void ship bridge. Huh, 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 huh. Do do do. And now I must speak to Lady Orcelio. Huh. I must speak with you.
How nice of you to grace me with your presence. I was just thinking back to our journey to the Palace of the Atlas. That is, to the world of Xenos.
We literally just did that.
Remembering that most reckless act has enveloped my mind in a whole palette of hues. But when I think of the great risk you took for House Orcelio's and my own sake, an azure shawl instantly descends on my shoulders, and amber sparks flash inside my soul. Please accept my sincerest gratitude.
No problem. So now you are the full-fledged Novator of House Orcelio.
You of all people should know that succession is a lengthy and tiresome process. While my entire house is busy preparing for a grand council at which I am to ceremonially inherit the late Tisiphony's title, I have decided to remain by your side, to relish just a little more of this carefree liberty. For as soon as I am summoned to do my duty, we must say our farewells.
Oh. Or as soon as I'm summoned to do my duties. Oh. But aren't we supposed to be married? Or get married? What awaits the navigators of your house now?
The Xenos have managed to free the souls of our ancestors from their confinement. The memory and wisdom of those that came before us will serve our house, helping build upon the ruins of the present a firm foundation for generations to come. I believe in that, as I believe in the divine light of the Emperor.
So now the entire power of the Atlas is in the Novator's hands.
I suppose so, if by power you mean priceless knowledge. As for the special powers granted by the Xenos souls, the navigators of House Orcelio will once again have to contend with their own bodily and spiritual limitations. However, I am undaunted by the prospect, for our line and our gene have never been weak. House Orcelio will succeed, and soon we will rise again, draped in white and gold.
I believe. I'd like to discuss
Of
something
course.
else.
I will try to answer any questions you have.
Let's see. It is time to be closed, no. This is where Bigma leave. Let's see. Let's talk about us.
Right here?
It's best
Are
for
you
us
sure?
if we end our relationship. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Of course.
Okay.
Let us turn from personal matters.
So
I have enjoyed...
Okay. Is that it? Oh, I finished it. It is now done. Let us go. Okay, what is next? What is next? I could go to a Dargonis to figure out what's going on with the... What's their names? The Abelard's family. They're being accused to be traitors, which I doubt. I don't think they're traitors at all. I think it's a bunch of nobles trying to weaken my alliance with a quote-unquote lesser house. Yeah, there's something here. Something right there. Visit. Oh, I didn't mean that. Whoops. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do. Ugh. Travel. But what is right here? I don't think I can... See, focus camera. Yeah, I don't think I can use this to see what's right here. Maybe it's a quest-related thing. It might be quest-related. Okay, where to next? Dargonis. Right here. Let us go. Maybe there'll be ships there that I can destroy. Because I really want to destroy some ships. Hoodie, hoodie, hoodie. Event requires Lord Captain's attention. What? What's going on? Well, I'm going here anyway. Let us go. Where are you, Dargonis? Oh. Keep hoping. I keep hoping. Can I do it now? Nope. What are we doing? Yeah. I gotta be in orbit, I'm assuming. Let's see. The cult of the final dawn has poisoned the colony's water supply. All who drink from the tainted sources turn into mindless animals. Empty the water tanks. Investigate the incident. Let's see. Servitorize the afflicted. Yeah, empty the water tanks. The decision will cost millions of lives, but mass poisoning will be averted. This game has so much more going on in it than any of the reviews I read on. Glad you're streaming it, otherwise I would have just passed on it completely. Oh yeah, there's a lot to this game. Even I'm kind of surprised about it. There's just so much. Like the even the decisions you can make, like completely changes certain things, and you're not always sure if there's a decision, you know. But there is, you know. There's a couple companions I killed. I killed one of my companions, or was it just two? No, just one. It was the one of the psyker girls. Yeah, she was causing trouble, you know. She was kind of doing some heretical things, so I did my duty to the Emperor and ended her life. There was also a planet that was being taken over by chaos, so I destroyed it. I completely destroyed the planet. You know, because I'm a very merciful person. But my hair-seeing gets a pass though, except for Sky. Sky's fine. Well, the difference is Sky is actually very powerful and can destroy an entire army by himself. So I'm not going to say no, you know. I'm just going to kind of look the other way. I'm sure he can one-on-one everybody in this group. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Suffer not a heretic to live. Exactly, except for Sky. That's the other one. Oh, and Kaiju. Kaiju is also a heretic. And that's only because I needed her to be a heretic so that she can hold a gun that required heretic. What is going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand aside. No need to crowd around. Governor Drystem will take care of everything. Is that so? This is ridiculous. Such a thing happening right in the Rogue Trader's palace. Who is 1v1 who? Oh, pretty much these people. I'm pretty sure Sky can defeat everybody in this in here. Wait, did I bring the right companions by chance? I did. You were confronted by the sight of dead bodies at the entrance of the palace. The corpses have been hauled into a pile. Some are dressed in uniforms of palace wardens, while others are arrayed in the clothing typical of Dargonis nobility. No heretics unless they're cool. Exactly. Upon seeing you, the young enforcer stands at attention and swallows noisily. His voice trembles as he says, "Your lordship, we are honored by your presence." Point to the bodies. What is this? Oh no, let me... Yeah, what is this? You see, your lordship, these people wanted to attack. The warden clears his throat. Second Lieutenant of the Palace Guard, Elam White, reporting. Shortly before you arrived, we averted an assassination attempt on the rogue trader. The palace soldiers detected intruders and engaged them in combat. I see. I'm like half listening and half not listening at the same time, for I am drawing and listening to your stream at the same time. Nice. I do that a lot as well. Examine these assailants. Observation. There are rare high-functioning servitor specimens present among the expired units. Such specimens are traditionally bestowed upon the noble houses that are most loyal to the sacred fellowship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The augments of the deceased do differ from the implants ordinary people wear. Their intricate construction makes it clear that the deceased were not ordinary humans. Abelard frowns. As far as I know, House Gaprak has received such servitors from the Crimson Priesthood as gifts in the past, although this is my first time seeing one myself. Let's see, I never knew how much I repeated a word in a sentence. I do that as well. Where is the Court Chancellor Clementia Wissarion? I think she is with the rest of the House Wissarion, detained in the throne room. That is, Governor Drivestem has gathered all of Dargonis' nobility there to pronounce a guilty verdict against House Wissarion. Why is the governor not here to greet the rogue traitor? I do not know, your lordship. Perhaps he is. The guard throws a fearful gaze at Abelard. You can probably find him in the throne room, where the governor intends to put House Wissarion on trial. He's going to put House Wissarion, my chosen house, that people I like, on trial. I see. Let's see. The Wissarions, for those who don't understand, are they were once like commoners that are raised up to nobility. So they're technically not like a long noble house, but they're mainly like naval captains, naval commanders, really dutiful people. They're very diligent and very loyal. They have been nothing but loyal to me.
As it should be.
So, to put them on trial, when I said not to do that, well, let's see. From what I understand, Theodora, a heretic, from what I understand, wanted put Drivestem as governor, and now Drivestem is impeding my loyal house. So let's see. So I'm starting to suspect Drivestem. I'm loyal to the effing paycheck Varden gives me. That is true. That is true. And it's a very big paycheck. But yes. I'm starting to think we need a new governor. And seeing as this is my planet, I decide who gets to be governor. Well, let's go ahead and save just in case I make a mistake. This is my planet. See, at least one of the houses that, doesn't like me says it to my face.
Enough, I've grown.
And I respect that. This guy, Drivestem, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Let me through. I have an appointment with Chancellor Clementia Wissarion. My apologies, my lord, but you cannot go any further. Governor Drivestem's orders. Is that so? This is ridiculous. I shall complain. So it's not a noble thing. So these other nobles are trying to figure out what's going on. Move over. Let his lordship, the rogue trader, through. I humbly beg your pardon, your lordship. No problem, no problem. So this might be just a faction of the nobles. Your lordship, tis an honor. Governor Urbend Drivestem seems to materialize out of thin air. So suddenly does he emerge from the crowd. I regret that such unfortunate circumstances have occasioned the rogue trader's visit to the capital. Clementia tries to take a step toward you, but the warden nearby stops her. Her face is veiled with fear and wariness. Your lordship, you are here. Please, you must hear us out. I will. The rogue trader is undoubtedly here to listen to the testimony of each and every one of us and punish the traitors. The governor's words directed at Clementia are harsh. They are echoed by the scornful sneers of the whispers of the assembled nobles. So these are the nobles that are against me. I see. And the ones outside were not against me. In fact, the house that was trying to attack the, that were attacking the the palace were probably trying to save House Winsarian, so I shall reward Gaprak after this is all over. See, we have known each other for many decades now, and we have had our fair share of disagreements, but do you really think my flesh and blood would trample upon the very definition of honor and loyalty? Abelard's voice is quivering with rage. The governor sweeps his gaze over Abelard, then replies, a faint shadow of a doubt in his voice. We shall evidence implicating them, Abelard. I am sure his lordship will arrive at a fair ruling. What are the charges against House Winsarian? Disruption of logistical lines, bribery of Adeptus Ministratum officials, document forgery, and organization of heretical insurrections. On the top of the evidently devastating economic impact that this has had on your protectorate, these criminal acts have impeded the delivery of the imperial tithe, which in turn has drawn the Administratum's attention. An esteemed member of the Adeptus Erebrites is expected to arrive on Darganos shortly, and before they go, we are obliged to identify and punish those responsible. It's probably Drivestem doing all this. Clementi, I wish to hear your account. Your lordship, House Winsarian denies all charges laid against it. Clementia glances at the governors with defiance. These last few months have indeed been trying for Darganos, but we have done our best to remedy the situation. My family's every effort was focused on stabilizing the capital's logistics and economy, and so that we failed to notice the web of intrigue unfolding behind our backs. I see. What happened on Darganos in my absence? When we caught wind of the rumors of your disappearance, we patiently awaited news of your return, but then Darganos was struck by a series of terrible events. The first was the sabotage of logistics that hampered shipments. The mass unrest spread across the entire planet, and the minor noble houses began squabbling among themselves, trying to pin the blame on their rivals. We took great pains to calm them down, and managed to quash the revolt, though not without some outside help, unfortunately. Outside help? These events have also been overshadowed by I am ashamed to even say it aloud in front of you, your lordship, the rumors circulating among the higher houses. The governor stammers, then takes a deep breath. Some were calling for Theodore's true heir to be installed as head of your house, Conrad vtuber. Not all your subjects have forgotten his past efforts for the benefit of the trade protectorate. Drivestem stops talking, watching you with a tense expression. When the investigation was launched, the evidence led us to the Winsarians. Is that so? Why are these dead bodies at the entrance of my palace? Your lordship, I humbly beg your pardon. Drivestem bows again, trying to placate you. You see, right before your arrival, the palace guard discovered a plot to assassinate you. Fortunately, the malefactors were disposed of before they could cause any real harm. I don't know if I believe you. I mean, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Drivestem, you aren't accusing one of Darganos' leading noble houses for treason without airtight evidence, are you? Of course I have evidence, your lordship. The investigation has established that members of the Winsarian family, which is responsible for both Darganos' fleet and its logistics, use their contacts and influence to forge a host of documents in order to undermine the planet's supply routes and economy, thus fomenting unrest among the inhabitants. Allow me to introduce my son, Cornelius. The governor points to the lanky young man standing behind him. He bows curtly but avoids meeting your eye. Cornelius holds a prestigious position at the Administratum Palace, and it is thanks to him that we managed to identify and trace the entire chain of forged documents. The investigation led us to the perpetrators, who admitted to acting on the orders of members of House Winsarian. It was they who were intent on spreading the idea of restoring the title of Rogue Trader to the true heir. This young man is shrouded in a mist of gray and blue. Sickly shadows of fear are fluttering around him. Cassius speaks so quietly that only you can hear. I see. Fear. Speak to the heads of the houses present. Do you support the governor's accusations? The aristocrats in the attendance exchange glances. The noble lords averting their gazes and noble ladies hiding behind the fans, no one is willing to be the first to answer. Over his many years of service, Governor Drivestem earned Theodore's trust, which does not mean much to me. And he holds his high office for a reason. Sourback's tone is stern and imperious. Yeah, Sourback definitely hates me. On behalf of House Sourback, I support his accusations. My apologies, your lordship, but I wish to speak to... Regina looks to your eyes with a tender half-smile, then turns her gaze on her husband. Of course, I agree with my husband. Governor Drevstem would not press charges against anyone if he were not absolutely certain of the authenticity of the evidence he had unearthed. Oh yeah, Regina is the, like, she's the really attractive wife of this guy, and I was, like, flirting with her in front of her husband. I'm pretty sure that's why he doesn't like me. I think anyone here would agree that anyone who ever doubts the authority of the true rogue trader should be prosecuted. I am sure, your lordship, that you will eradicate the scourge of heresy from your domain. Regina bows to you deferentially while maintaining eye contact with you. I'm guessing she wants to actually say something to me. Your lordship, Governor Drivestem has always faithfully served the rogue traders of House von Valencius and concerned himself with the future of your trade dynasty. And so, House Gaprak thinks his charges against House Viserion to be sound. I don't trust Gaprak either. I humbly ask you to allow me to speak in defense of my family's honor. The evidence provided by the governor is utterly false. I cannot refute it, but I can say with confidence that no one from my family has ever tried to forge documents in the Adeptus Administratum, let alone undermine the economy of your capital. Your words alone are not enough to make me doubt the loyalty of House Viserion. As a rogue trader, I order you to release them from custody. Let's see, sabotage and logistics, riots, conspiracy. The case appears to be flimsy. I wish to learn more before I make a final decision. So, do not have time to deal with this. Address him, I accept the findings. No. Let's see. Let's see. I think the most diplomatic solution would be this middle one. Sabotage and logistics, riots, conspiracy. The case appears to be flimsy. I wish to learn more before I make my final decision. That way, it appears I'm giving them a, As you wish, your lordship. The governor inclines his head in a stiff bow. Speak to me when you're ready to announce your verdict. Thank you for your willingness to help, Lord Captain. I am certain that all the charges are false, and I would be grateful for your help in exposing them as such. I think you should speak to everyone present, the noble lords and ladies. Regina did want to speak. So I'm pretty sure this was the best option I could have taken. There's Gaprak. There's Regina over there. Here, we'll speak with the Gapraks. The lords and ladies, something, dressed in the colors of House Gaprak, are standing in the half circle around Toriana and her son Vincent. The bodies and faces of almost every member of the dynasty are covered in large, ornate augments. Toriana Gaprak curtsies to you. Her mechanical voice sounds distant and indifferent. Greetings, your lordship. May the Omnissiah grant you understanding. With a click, her visor oculars swivel to the seneschal. Abelard, it must be difficult for you to be here under these circumstances, with your house standing accused of such a grave crime. My family, Lady Toriana, is yet to be found guilty of anything. That verdict is for the rogue trader to reach. Do you think the accusations against the Viserion family are true? I would not take such a responsibility upon myself and rule on their guilt, your lordship. I do think Governor Drysom's accusations are worthy of consideration, however. Is your opinion which nobles might have a reason to be party to such a conspiracy? She thinks for several moments before replying, Pardon my bluntness, your lordship, but I will answer truthfully. It could be anyone. Greed, fear. ideals can drive even the most loyal subjects to do the unthinkable. I have examined the bodies of the assailants that were killed today. All of them were high-functioning servitors. Such servitors are only employed by families close to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Isn't that so? It is impossible to read Toriana's emotions in her heavily augmented face, but her sudden turn toward her family betrays her confusion and surprise. Perplexed whispers bounce from one family member to another. Impossible. We came here by ourselves without any servitors. We know nothing about it. Your Lordship, thank you for informing us of this. You are absolutely right. My house has indeed been endowed with high-functioning servitors, a blessing for those who revere the Omniscient. But today, none of our house members were accompanied by them. I found this note on the bodies of one of the attackers. What are your thoughts on it? Toriana's mechanical fingers grip the paper. Officially, high-functioning servitors are employed by my house, in my house alone. If such units were to attack the rogue trader, suspicion would instantly fall upon the Gapraks. I assume that this is what the Wissarians intended to happen, but they did not expect that the servitors would have this letter on them. Vincent, I wish to speak to you. Ready to serve, your lordship. How may I help you? What do you make of the charges against the Wissarian family? Could they truly be guilty? Let's see. I do not think I can doubt the validity of the accusations, but Vincent's voice trails off and he seems to retreat into himself for a moment. Before continuing, he takes a deep breath. I am also not sure the House Wissarian had reason to betray you, your lordship. I do not know any instance where their loyalty to you and the Emperor was anything less than unwavering. I know you care for Astardia Wissarian. Are you prepared to watch her die? Vervet's jaw augment screeches slightly. The young man scrutinizes his mother and other family members for a few moments. There is something you ought to know, your lordship. Today I noticed one of my family members to be in an odd, uncharacteristic mood. Halen Gaprak is my paternal second cousin once removed. May the Emperor save his soul. Usually reserved and self-possessed, today he was frantic and anxious, fidgeting with a small piece of paper and seemingly looking for someone to no avail. When I last saw him, he was headed to the entrance hall where the altars are. Perhaps you should talk to him. That will do. Thank you, Vincent. I shall take my leave. Yeah, Vincent likes Astardia, a Wissarian. She's a really clever girl in the Wissarian family.
No, your duty.
I took one of her ideas and invested in it, and I got a lot of nice stuff. There's Galen. Is there anybody over here? Did I see something going on? Aristocrat was fine. Let's speak with you, Galen. A finely dressed man of the middle years is kneeling in front of the altar, his palms folded in prayer close to his face. The implant-free parts of his skin are sickly blue color. The nobleman does not react to your presence. He does not lift his head. He does not blink. He does not even breathe. Only when you draw closer do you realize that he is dead. No, he's dead. Abelard looks at the man, his eyes grim, the colors of House Grapak. I do not believe he decided to take his own life in such an extravagant way. As far as I know, there is a warden post here, but I do not see any wardens. There is no one to ask about what happened here, or with whom this man spoke before he died. I would like to ask Urbent where the palace guard suddenly disappeared. Let's see. Examine the body. There are no visible wounds on the body, but near the edge of a gold-trimmed collar, you notice a tiny puncture in his blue skin, likely a wound caused by a thin needle. Death came for him suddenly and ravaged his body with cramping spasms that prevented him from falling to the ground. Some rare poisons have such side effects. The affected victim suffocates slowly without being able to move or call for help. Search the pockets. You discover a secret pocket. In the lining of the dead man's luxurious jacket, you find a folded piece of paper inside, hiding behind a handkerchief, embroidered with initials HG. Make sure the rogue trader is attacked by someone loyal. It should appear as if it was all staged to let the Wissarian family escape. Oh, so, okay. They were trying to... So the Gapraks are loyal then. Okay. And let the Wissarian family escape. This is the last assignment. Soon your debt will be paid off in full. I see. So the Gapraks are loyal then. Let's see, look around. Let's see. Why did the poison effects sound like the nightmares I had 5 years ago? 5 years of age. Let's see. Greetings. Hello, Elders Mess. Hello, hello. You are almost certain that the wardens are usually stationed nearby, but their post is empty. Where have they gone? This would be an excellent question to put the Governor Drivestem. Step away from the corpse. Let's see. That is true, but I also want to speak to the rest. I want to speak to everybody.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Is there anything over here? I don't think so. Let's see. Thank Vincent. So the Gapraks are probably loyal. There's the Wissarians. All the Wissarians over here. Here is these people, the Drivestems, who I do not like. Let's see. Let's speak with
We are bound by the
these
blood
guys.
of martyrs.
Specifically Regina. She wanted to speak with me. Before bowing, Sourback scrutinizes you with a bitter, judgmental look, your lordship. Hector Sourback, looking like a younger copy of his father, stands at a slight distance close to his mother. An expensive yet understated dress serves to highlight the dazzling beauty of Macarius' wife, Regina Sourback. Your lordship, I am delighted that you have chosen to grace us with your attention. Regina drops into a curtsy while looking intently into your eyes. Oh, yeah. Do you really believe the Wissarians are guilty? Certainly. Governor Drivestem possesses proof of their guilt, and they have no means by which to refute it. Even if I were to entertain the idea that the Wissarians are being framed, how much longer would their house have lasted anyway, if it is so ill-prepared for treachery? My advice to House Wissarian should be not to appeal to the rogue trader for help, but instead to simply stop, accept their fate, and not make matters worse for themselves. I cannot remember Varden Heste von Valencia seeking your advice what House Wissarian should do in this situation. Pay attention, Macarius. Focus on the rogue trader's questions. Who, apart from the Wissarians, could have a motive to conspire against me? See, House Drivestem wishing to expand their clout. House Gaprak, who lost their influence after the Gieva Gam incident. Sourback looks back at his family and turns to you again. House Sourback, whose patriarch is too direct in his communication with the rogue trader. Anyone could have a reason to conspire against you, and equally, they could have none. It is not a question of motive, but of loyalty. Each of your subjects have sworn an oath of loyalty to you, so whose sincerity do you doubt? Honestly, you. And now I'm going to kiss the hand of his wife. I am honored, Lady Sourback. Noticing your gesture, Regina readily extends her delicate hand, her nails long and manicured. Why? How kind of you to say, your lordship. Burning eyes fixated on you. Sourback straightens and leans forward, trying to partially occupy the space between you and his wife. Set against the doom and gloom of the current events and your husband's, our dour family, you look especially dazzling today, Regina. And see, a flirtatious spark flares in that beautiful lady's eyes. Really, your lordship, I'm glad to hear this from the rogue trader, especially today. Macarius almost barked, each word striking like a hammer strikes metal. Regina, step away from his lordship. Regina's high voice almost breaks into a shriek. She interrupts her husband, retorting defiantly and disobediently. Oh, thrones preserve you, Macarius. Stop being so jealous and making a scene over nothing. Just because a crude blockhead like you lacks the refinement and courtesy of Varden von Valencius. Regina's voice drops to a whisper so that only you can hear her. His bile poisons the air around him wherever he goes. Once he gets something into his head, he hairs off to remove the heads of others, just to prove that he is in the right. Most people don't like the live-action Jigglypuff, but I love it. That's good. That's good. The assailants sent to the palace were rare. High-functioning servitors. Do you think the Gapraks could be behind the attack? Sourbat looks away briefly and replies to you with a curt laugh. I have always thought Torana too weak to participate in such risky ventures, but it seems I was wrong about her. So yeah, he wants me to think the Gapraks hate me. It honestly might just be the Sourbacks that are causing all this. And Dryson's just an idiot. Which is possible. Let's see. I discovered a dead body in my palace. A man of House Gaprak was killed while praying to the Emperor. He had the note on him. Do you know anything about it? Orcanis looks at the note without taking it from your hands and replies without hesitation, No, I know nothing about this note. Leave. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about the note. Continue. Greetings, your lordship. May the just greetings again. I discovered a dead body, a member of your house, right here in my palace. He died kneeling in prayer. Toriana covers her open mouth with her hand in surprise, and turning to her family, looks for someone among them. Helen, it can't be. Helen, was it? Tell me about him, Toriana. Helen is one of the lower-ranking members of House Gaprak. Despite his advanced age, he never held high office. He was forever striving to better his position, even beyond his abilities. Many members of my house struggled to cope with the misfortune that befell Kiavagama and our family. Some members could not reconcile themselves to our new position. Halen was one of them. Beware of that which jiggles in the dark. What could have happened to him? Torina's visor oculars are fixed on the floor, her fingers restlessly clutching in the fabric of her dress. Toriana, the time to keep silent is long gone. The future of the Von Valencia's trade dynasty and your house are both at stake now. We lost Kiavagama, a truly devastating blow to every member of House Gaprak. I lost all hope for the future, and my kin lost their sense of purpose. We needed time to recover and chart a new course for ourselves. We were, and still are, more than capable of doing that. But I will not deny it. The other houses have offered us their assistance for their own self-serving ends. Perhaps Halen decided to take them up on one of their offers behind my back. I see you. The seneschal bows ever so slightly and speaks quietly so that only you can hear him. Lord Captain, the Gapraks, all or perhaps only some of them, are definitely involved, but I suspect that they were not behind the plot against you. Halen Gaprak would be nothing more than a puppet in the hands of a deft puppet master. We must expose whoever that is if we are to prevent the pestilence of the heresy from spreading any further. What do you suggest we do? Interrogate the heads of the Drystem and the Sourback houses. One of them has been pulling the strings here. Once we uncover the new evidence, announce that the guilty party will be publicly executed before you pronounce the verdict. I suggest focusing on each house in your indictment speech, and I shall observe them. I have known those people far longer than you have. I know all of their gestures, habits, and behavioral quirks. I am sure that I will be able to determine which of them was responsible for the riots based on their behavior. I see. Let's see, what about you? Is there anything I can say to you? No. There's still some evidence I can still get. Let's go speak with the Wissarians. I know I still want to speak to Cornelius, because he's the, he was very nervous. Time to speak to Wisterians. Astardia! Oh, Clementia. As you drew closer, the wardens stepped aside, bowing respectfully, allowing you to approach. The Wisterian family, Clementia, tired and slightly disheveled, is the first to bow her head to you in deference. Several men and women behind her follow suit. Hello, Doom. Hello, Dooms. Good to see you. It's good to see you. Your lordship? The woman stammers as if lost for words. Accept my humble apologies for failing to greet you properly, and my thanks for agreeing to speak to me before making your final decision. The charges brought by the governor are severe, but I can only assure you of this and swear on my honor, we are not guilty of crimes that House Wisterian is being accused of. Clementia, a hint of sorrow creeps into the Abelard's voice, belying his stern facade. You were acting head of this family. You were supposed to take care of each and every family member, and now you're being accused of treason and collusion against the Roof Trader, and the entire family is facing death. How could you let this happen? Are you truly guilty? Be honest. I will not tolerate lies. Clementia, if you know that a member of your family is guilty of the crimes you are being accused of. Abelard, it is your family too, you know. The woman's words burn with defiance. My apologies. I should not lose my composure. No member of House Wisterian is involved in a conspiracy against his lordship. Honor and loyalty are not something we take lightly, and we know whom we serve. The governor claims you forged documents in the Administratum. The fleet is the primary remit of House Wisterian. It is our responsibility. Logistics and supply routes are another area of our responsibility. We have no direct influence on the inner workings of the Adeptus Administratum. The first large-scale deliveries were cancelled after quantities of food were miscalculated by clerks in the Administratum. Then we were faced with incorrect weather data and a meager fuel budget. It was clear that the cause of all these problems was the calculations performed in the Administratum. In one way or another, but no matter how many times we asked, we could not ever obtain any clarification on the matter. I found this letter on one of the bodies of the heretics who planned the attack. What can you tell me about it? While Clementia reads the letter, the Wisterian behind her read it over her shoulder. Your lordship, let us be frank. It would be foolish of me to try to orchestrate something like this, knowing how many wardens are patrolling your palace. I would not have let myself or anyone in my family get involved in such a scheme. The attackers were high-functioning servitors, ones that looked closer to ordinary humans. Do you know anything about that? Servitors, is that so? Clementia crosses her arms and furrows her brow, deep in thought. I have encountered servitors that were indistinguishable from normal augmented humans, but only once. They were accompanying several members of House Gaprak. If you are not guilty, who is? Who stands to gain from framing you? Anyone, really. The other houses consider us unworthy of our position, and many would jump at the chance to get rid of us, gain control over what once was our domain, the planet's fleet and logistics at the very least. Lady Theodora chose to grant noble status to House Wisterian, but the other houses, which have served in the Expanse for millennia, did not welcome the decision. It has led to some difficulties. I want to find out what is going on here and who the real mastermind behind it all this is. Where should I start? I am afraid I cannot be of much help. Talk to the representatives of the other houses. Eavesdrop on their retinue. Perhaps you will hear something unusual. I discovered the body of Halen Gaprak here in the palace. He had this note on him. Do you know anything about it? The younger member of the Wisterian family crowd around to examine the note, and Clementia's hands, all present, are beset with worry and bewilderment. I am not sure if it is relevant, but perhaps you should know. Since the fall of Kiavagama, House Gaprak has been faring poorly, to say the least. They have been looking for ways to enhance their influence and to improve their lot, including asking for help from the other houses. They have not approached us, of course. It is shameful to seek help from those you consider your inferiors. You understand? But perhaps the drive stems or the sourbacks can tell you more about this matter. I'll take my leave. And see, I do know, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk to this guy. Is that everybody? Yes, you, Cornelius. Especially you, Cornelius. Governor Drystem is surrounded by his retinue, who are all dressed in expensive gowns and finery. The matching color scheme of their outfits and the striking physical resemblance among them suggests that they all come from one family. Your Lordship, thank you for giving this case your undivided attention. The governor bows and the rest hasten to follow suit. I wish to hear your reasoning again. What makes you think the Wessarians are behind the plot against me? As soon as the logistical and economic problems gave rise to the initial rumors, we tried to find the person responsible for spreading the calls for Vtuber's return. The investigation showed that some of the documents inside the Adeptus Administratum were forgeries. We can thank my son Cornelius for such astute observations. Your Lordship, I assume you let's say a slender man bows to awkwardly and nervously licks his dryly lips. I assure you that my humble person is undeserving of your attention. Cornelius holds a prestigious position at the Administratum Palace, and it was he who discovered the errors leading to the disrupted logistics. It is also thanks to him that we found perpetrators of the forgeries who admitted to acting on the orders of House Wessarian. What do you make of this letter? I found it on one of the assailants. Governor Drystem peers closely at the blood-stained paper. It looks like another piece of evidence incriminating House Wessarian. Perhaps they truly did intend to kill you, or at least cause a stir to help them escape custody during the confusion that followed. All of the assailants were high-functioning servitors. Such servitors are only employed by families close to the Adeptus Mechanicus. High-functioning servitors. Drystem ponders this, rubbing his chin with his thumb. Such servitors are indeed rare, and the Gaprax do have them in their service, but this could have been done intentionally with an eye to confusing you. Anyone with desire and sufficient funds can hire them. Okay. I'm starting to think that Drystem's just an idiot. Okay. Tell me more about your son, Drystem. Thank you for your interest, your lordship, but I am not worthy of it. Son, show due respect. Forgive him, your lordship. This is the first time he has had the honor of attracting the attention of the rogue trader. Tell me more about your job, Cornelius. What do you do? I manage the documents and records related to the economy of Darganis. You probably know how scrupulous the workers of the Adeptus Administratum are. I'm afraid that a more detailed explanation of my duties would mirror the administrative processes of the Administratum. Too long and overly detailed. Cornelius tries to look you in the eye, but it is clearly hard for him to do. How did you manage to find the forged documents of the bureaucratic hell that is the Administratum? When compiling reports on the last cycle's supply chain, I noticed inaccuracies and discrepancies to the figures. With the help of the other clerks, I managed to find several other documents. Cornelius stammers and swallows noisily. Comprehensive data analysis has shown that the discrepancies were caused by internal tampering with the data, thus leading to some logistical problems that were practically unsolvable. Father and I have managed to single out the Administratum clerks responsible for the tampering with the data. Following a heated interrogation, they confessed that they were following the orders of someone from House Wessarian. Everything was supposed to look at as though they were the ones suffering losses from the logistical and economic problems. But does House Wessarian have access to the Adeptus Administratum? There is no conceivable way they could do all of this in a place where they do not hold any power. Before replying, the governor's son nervously adjusts his expensive frock coat. I think the right amount of money can open any door. Cornelius, what is the true reason for your nervousness? The young man's pupils suddenly dilate. He stands at attention and replies to you in one breath. This is the first time I have spoken face to face with the rogue trader. I'm afraid saying something wrong or forgetting something important. The governor closely watches his son. His tone changes, now sounding strict and curt. Do you wish to tell the Lord Captain anything else? Place your hand on your weapon. You are speaking to a rogue trader, and my patience is running out. You see the flash of terror in the Cornet's eyes as he stares at your hand and your weapon. He speaks quietly and confusingly without raising his head. Forgive me, Lord, your lordship. I can't do it anymore. This lie has gone too far, and I can no longer control it. The truth is that all the logistical problems were caused by a single error in the numbers. My mistake. What? Urbend looks genuinely shocked and enraged. Okay, so he is just a dumb person. When I discovered my mistake, it was almost impossible to restore those supply lines. Then I was approached by someone who said they were a friend. They did not give me the name, and I never saw their face. They promised to fix the problem. All I had to do was pretend that the Wissarians were responsible for the mistake. And as for the rest of the evidence, they promised to arrange it all. And Cornelius is suffocating with fear, unable to speak. Urban curls his hands and fists and knuckles turning white. What have you done? How could you, your lordship? It's like, how could you, your lordship? He suddenly turns to you as if trying to shield his son. This is my fault. I trusted my son and have failed you in doing so. I beg you, have mercy. And see. Abelard shakes his head. And you called my family's honor into question, Urbent. Nevertheless, I harbor no desire to kick a man when he's down. Lord Captain, the confession you have obtained means the House Wissarian can now be cleared of all charges. Okay, what is this friend that approached you, Cornelius? How did the two of you communicate? By letter. I received a letter out of the blue, and one day. It was unsigned, but the person writing already knew about my erroneous calculations. They offered to help me cover up my misdeed, and in return I would name the Wissarians as the ones who had sabotaged the supply lines. All I had to do was gather together some documents and report that were listed in one of the letters. That and keep my mouth shut. I need to drink some water. Drink some water. So Drystem isn't the one involved. Okay. It's definitely the Sourbacks. Did Jiggly talk come from? Oh. We always speak of Jiggly here. Oh no, it's just something that Elder's Best likes to talk about. It's fun. It's fun. Urban, your son has found the courage to admit his mistake. I will try to find some compassion for him in my heart. See, thank you, your lordship. The governor bows low, then gives his son a look full of bitterness and frustration. And as for your position, I think you will be reassigned to the role requiring less responsibility. See, I found a dead body in my palace. A member of the House Gaprak was slain in front of an altar. Do you know anything about that? A member of House Gaprak was killed in the palace, and no one noticed. But how? There are wardens posted at every altar. There was no one near the deceased. The wardens had left their post. Did you order them to do so? Emperor forbid, your lordship. The governor helplessly throws his hands in the air as if to signify his powerlessness. Your negligence is stunning, Urbend. An assassination attempt, followed by a mysterious death, and yet here you are, oblivious to everything. The rogue trader can justly accuse you of following a noble to be killed in the palace and of failing even to notice it. It may be so, but it is for the rogue trader to accuse me of negligence, not you. Your lordship, accept my deepest apologies for my imprudence. Nothing matters more to me than my honor. I shall send the servants to deal with all this immediately. Did you see House Sourback today before I arrived? Macarius? I did not see him myself, but perhaps the governor turns around and asks his family, have any of you seen him today? The nobles talk quietly among themselves. Then a middle-aged woman with a tall, extravagant hairstyle replies to you, I think my sister and I saw him sitting on the bench some distance away from the palace entrance. We think he was accompanied by a gentleman, but forgive us, your lordship. We could not make out his face. Lead me to the place. Of course, consider it done. Lead me. Oh. Looks like I can move. Ugh.
I need to look
I
closer.
saw House Sourback conversing with someone here.
I've read
I
about
recognize
this.
the banquet. House Sourback usually serves this wine. I see.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Warden. No, wait, no. Doesn't want to speak. Good. Let's continue speaking. Good. Summit? No, not yet. I shall return to you later. Okay, let me double check. Hua. Expose the mastermind. Pronounce the verdict. Well, I think it is Sourback. Let's go ahead and speak with Sourback again. Let's speak with everybody. Let's see. Continue. Continue. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say anything. Let's go ahead and speak with you guys. Good. Anything new? Nothing new. Okay. Can I speak to the wife? No. Speak with Sarian.
With each step, I forge
Good.
my destiny among
Yeah, it's
the
definitely
stars.
Sourback. Definitely Sourback. Let's see. Let's take my leave. Okay. Jiggly is the battle god, and Jiggler is his kingdom.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Let's go ahead and save, because I have a feeling I'm going to mess this up. Okay. I don't want to mess this up. Let's do this. It's definitely the Sourbacks. I don't even need to even try to learn this. Okay. Summon everyone. I'm ready to pronounce my verdict. Understood, your lordship. Allow me to prepare everything. And now I must drink some water. Many faces are watching you, each and every one awaiting the rogue trader's verdict, with bated breath. Wait. Dude. Okay. The charges brought by Governor Drivestem were fabricated. House Wissarian has nothing to do with the oh my gosh, can't read. Orchestration of the riots or the plot targeting the rogue trader. However, the real perpetrators are here in this very room. The seneschal nods to you as if urging you to continue, then shifts his piercing gaze towards the crowd before you. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Urbent Drivestem, you have exhibited excusable negligence by failing to question the possible involvement of any other family beside the Wissarians. We have discovered that the attempt on my life was orchestrated by a member of House... No. Urbent Drivestem, you have accused House Wissarian of violations that were in truth the result of a grave error committed by your son. Let's see. A member of your family orchestrated in an assassination attempt against me, and here in my own palace. And though he has already been found dead, his act is reason enough to forever brand your house as traitors. Let's see. Towards me is reason enough to implicate you. I know that the House Sourback offered their help to the Gaprats, and the late Helen seemed to have accepted the offer. I suspect that you are responsible for this death as well. Here, we'll do... Let's see. We'll do... Maybe I should just go down the line. I don't know. But let's do this one first, because I want to see if I can choose multiple. Urbent Drivestem, you have accused House Wissarian of violations that were in truth the result of a grave error committed by your son. The governor closes his eyes, fear and shame getting the better of him. Some faces in the crowd look confused and surprised. We see more wearing expressions of self-satisfied contempt. Abelard looks from the governor to you and subtly shakes his head as if to say, no, it is not Drivestem pulling the strings here. Tornia Gaprak, member of your family. Z. Z. C. Let's do Toriana Gaprak, a member of your family, orchestrated an assassination attempt against me here in my own palace, and though he has already been found dead, his act is reason enough to forever brand your house traitors. Mocking whispers creep through the crowd. Tornia is trembling faintly. She still does not raise her head, perhaps out of fear, meeting your fate face to face. The seneschal's hard gaze softens. An elusive gesture, visible only to you, conveys a message. Toriana Gaprak is guilty only of her own poor judgment. I know that House Sourback offered their help to the Gapraks, and the late Halen Gaprak seemed to have accepted the offer. I suspect you were responsible for the death as well. Seem. Sourback furrows his brow and slightly cocks his head. He averts his gaze for the first time, as if trying to remember or make sense of something. You notice some restless movements behind him. Abelard narrows his eyes and scrutinizes Macarius Sourback and his retinue. Standing behind him, his sharp eyes light up, and he catches sight of something important and hidden in the crowd. The seneschal looks at you and nods, as if to say, the puppeteer has given himself away. Pronounce the verdict. In the conspiracy against the rogue trader, I find House Sourback guilty. Seneschal, you may take it from here. House Sourback guilty. The head of your family has never tried to hide his attitude towards me. That is more than enough to convict him. Z. Yeah, House Sourback is guilty. Seneschal, you may take it from here. But keep his wife alive. Abelard steps forward and stares intently at House Sourback's patriarch, Macarius. I must admit I have always admired your bluntness, but just as I once had to say goodbye to a promotion because of my dislike for intrigue, you and your family might soon say goodbye to your heads. Tell me, now in your blunt fashion, are you loyal to House von Valencius? Sourback narrows his eyes, grimacing. I am loyal with Serian. Abelard studies Sourback, then suddenly nods. You are not lying, but someone else is. Someone who is poised to destroy both you and your family for her own gain. Oh, is it Regina? Is it Regina this whole time? Macarius does not have time to respond. Regina, who is standing beside him, raises her arm as if to slap the elderly seneschal, and Abelard deftly catches her wrist, stopping her hand right in front of his face. Her dainty hand is adorned with a massive augment ring, topped with a thin spike dripped with venom. Oh, is it Regina this whole time? The Sourback shifts his confused gaze from his wife to Abelard, then back again. The stiff arrogance has vanished from his posture. Regina, you... Mother, upon realizing what has happened, Hetka recoils from his mother. Macarius, your bluntness makes you an open book. When I talked about helping the Gapraks, you had no idea what I was referring to. Your wife, on the other hand, her eyes started shifting like you would not believe. Regina Sourback, you alone betrayed the rogue trader, jeopardizing the prosperity of the von Valencius trade dynasty, and you alone are responsible for your unmasking. Regina, why would you do this? I'm very curious too. Like the spike on her ring, Regina's words are dripping with poison and rage, because Dargonus is serving an impostor. The true heir of the Protectorate bears a different name. When Conrad appeared on Dargonus, he paid me a visit and opened my eyes to the truth of the situation. Theodore was killed by the one whom she had so unwarily taken under her wing. Macarius is too narrow-minded to even consider opposing the rogue trader, even an illegitimate one, so I had to wait for the right moment, and the disappearance of the Lord Captain could not have come at a better time. It was quite simple to trigger a chain of events on Dargonis so that the people remembered Master vtuber's past service. It seems that many of your subjects do not actually consider you a worthy successor. Why the Wissarians? Because when stripped of the Seneschal's protection, this house is the weakest one of all of Dargonis, and they are also particularly disliked by the governor's family. It would have been easy to bury the Wissarians under accusations of heresy. Who aided you? There is no way you managed all this on your own. Oh, of course I didn't. I have too many helpers to list them all. But rest assured there are plenty of them, just as there are plenty of people who follow Master vtuber. My death will not change anything. The true rogue trader will come and take his rightful place when the time is right. Why did you kill Halen? Halen was a good agent, but he was also a coward. He came to me just before our formidable rogue trader arrived. He was ready to confess everything. I suggested that he plead for the Emperor's forgiveness first, and he did grant him mercy, did he not? So you killed him with that weapon of yours. I thought there could have been something special between us. See, Abelard, the sentence has yet to be carried out. Regina cocks her head and smiles at you, just as sweetly as before. I admit I had my regrets about causing you such difficulties, but what was I to do? Duty calls for us to rein in our most genuine desires. Isn't that right, rogue trader? Abelard, the sentence has yet to be carried out. Finish this. Abelard turns his gaze to you. Does the rogue trader condemn only the rotten apple or the entire barrel? I will not exterminate an entire noble line that is loyal to me just because of one traitor. In that case, Regina Sauerback shall be subjected to intense interrogation, followed by execution. So it really was just one person. Just one. Not too bad. And it was Regina, man. So it wasn't because I was, you know, flirting with his wife. My goodness. My goodness. By order of the rogue trader, Regina Sauerback is sentenced to death for heresy, crimes against the von Valencia's trade dynasty. Oh, darn. Ooh, I think they're removing her bowels. It's a pretty painful way to die. But that is what you get for betrayal. It happens, you know. I'm a very reasonable person, you know. As long as you know, you're loyal, do what you gotta do. I will, you know, give you gifts. I will do whatever for you. But they betrayed me. When the nobles sated by the bloody performance, Abelard approaches you, his steps firm. Lord Captain, you have my thanks. A rogue trader should not waste time on the matters that his servants and trustees can resolve, but in this case, your intervention was necessary, not just for the sake of my family, but for your trade dynasty as well. Regina Sauerback, evidently, Conrad's accomplices continue to plot against your protectorate. I fear we have not heard the last of such scoundrels. The static noise gave me a tiny jump scare. Oh, was there static noise? Oh my goodness. Thanks to you, Lord Captain, House Wissarian is saved. Although it came close to being wiped out on a result of scheming without an imprudence within. Abelard pauses for a moment, staring off into the distance. Sometimes I think about how much I could teach them. I could ensure that they survive in the future without me. You see, you and your family must be prepared for the next time something like this happens. What are you going to do now? I need time to reflect upon what happened and the role I played in it. I think I will be ready to resume this conversation later, when we are back on board the ship. But yes, we are resolved. Do. Talk to Abelard on the ship's bridge, and we shall. How is everything going? Your Lordship, I hope your stay on Darganos will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to the Protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about rest. Okay, that should be everything. Looks like I don't have anything to do. Okay, let's leave to the ship. Let's go ahead and speak to our person, our man, Abelard, on the bridge. Do. Da da da. Do. You know, I wonder. I was thinking about this earlier, before I started stream. I've been playing this game for so long, because this game's been so... This has been a very large game. I don't think I've had a game full of this much content for a while. Like, you just keep on going and going. I wonder if I'm even close to the end. I think I'm like the second to last chapter, I think. I think that's the case. I'm not sure. Love how they I see the game has a bird views camera. It's one of those kind of RPGs. Very, I don't know, what would you call it? I guess isometric. Just isometric. I don't know, what does isometric even mean? Because I heard that term before. There's another top-down RPG I played, which was, what was it called? Called Pillars of Eternity. I played both the first and second one. The first one was definitely better, but I still like the second one. Those were good games. Especially the first one. The first one had a really good story. I didn't like the second one, though. I thought because the first one was more, I guess more lowish fantasy. There's still, like, fantastical elements to it. But you didn't really know about who the gods were and stuff like that. Like, there was gods and stuff like that. But then the second game, like, gods were all over the place, and it was like, oh my goodness, like, I'm talking to the gods and everything. That was so disappointing. It was great when they were just this thing, like this thing in the background that you didn't really fully understand. What will Varden do without Rogue Trader? You know, I do not know. I do not know. What does one do without his domain? I guess I must find another domain. First things first, let's get to the bridge. I really want to fight some ships, but I don't see any ships. I'm really sad that I don't get to shoot ships. Doo-doo. Perhaps there will there'll be some ships when I progress through the main quest. Right now I'm doing all the side content. All the side content. Abelard.
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude once again for your assistance.
No problem.
If it weren't for your intervention, my entire family could have been executed on false charges. I could have lost them all.
Don't worry.
I never imagined the Viserians would be so vulnerable while I serve as seneschal to the Lord Captain himself, far from home. To tell you the truth, Lord Captain, this whole situation has got me thinking. As patriarch of the Versarian family, I have a responsibility to my bloodline. Yes, it is my duty to serve as seneschal to the rogue trader. And I have no intention of relinquishing that role if you find my service as satisfactory as did Lady Theodora. However, if I could be more involved in my family's affairs and still serve the von Valancius dynasty.
Let's see. There's not many games that have an interactive story, free play mode with a good plot and a good gameplay with in-depth lore. Yeah, that's true. There aren't too many. There aren't too many. But when there are, they're awesome. Let's see. What was Dragon Age Origins? That was also a very good game. The second one, gameplay-wise, was better, but the story wasn't as good. Although, comparing to the modern stuff now, it's honestly, it might as well be a masterpiece. Because like the Inquisition was all right. I didn't care for it though, but it was all right. And then this new trailer that just came out. Oh my goodness, it's so disappointing. I don't know how Dragon Age fell so far, you know. The first game was definitely the best. It was so good. But then you see the latest thing now, and it's just like, they're not even the same universe anymore. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Dragon Age Origins was amazing. Still one of my top favorite RPGs. I think my next, or I don't know, which one would be better? Dragon Age Origins or KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, the first one. Because that one I also played a lot too. Those were both really good. Oh no, it's got a... And then Mass Effect would be in there too. Woody. Yeah, there's a lot of good RPGs back in the day. See, what do you want? Tell me plainly. I played the first Dragon Age game. It really held out well over time. It's, oh man, it's still good. Even today, it's good. I know the original developers, since the original developers aren't even there anymore. They're not even at BioWare. I know they wanted to I don't know about remake, or was it, they wanted to, what's the other one? It's not remake, it's remaster. They wanted to remaster the game. And I would love a remaster, because you can't even play Origins on modern PCs anymore. You can try, you can kind of get it to work, but it's not ideal. Because I think you got to play on windowed mode, and you got to like play on certain settings and stuff like that. Let's see, what do you want? Tell me plainly.
Under Lady Theodora, I served as steward of the Trade Protectorate on more than one occasion. In that capacity, I was based on Dargonus, rather than traveling with the rogue trader on the flagship. If it would be possible, after the immediate need for my presence is over, I would like to return to that position. To oversee the Trade Protectorate on the capital world, while at the same time presiding over the Versarian family, and using my authority to help elevate it.
I understand your desire. Traditions and old ways must change. I will allow you to return to Dargonus after the immediate crisis and the Expanse has passed.
Thank you, Lord Captain. Under my watch, the Trade Protectorate will remain safe and prosper in service to you.
And I believe you. Honestly, Abelard is probably one of my most loyal servants.
Well then, Lord Captain.
And also one of my...
It is time I return to my duties.
One of my most
Is there anything
competent.
else I can do for you?
See, I no longer need your services. I must take my leave. Till next time.
Lord Captain.
Hoodie. Oh yeah, this game's really funny if you have him with you the whole time. Because anytime you try to introduce yourself, you can be like, Abelard, introduce me. It's just really funny. Let's see. I started the second one, but didn't get very far. The second one's still pretty good. I mean, it's not like it's not as good as the first one, but compared to the third one and especially the new one they're trying to do, it's pretty good. You know, it still keeps with the vibe. You know, The third one's not terrible. It's just, I don't know, I don't agree with some of the directions they went in the end. And then, of course, there's, Ori. I don't even want to talk about the new one. There was the trailer that showed up, and I was just so disappointed. I'm like, what is this, a Marvel movie now? My goodness. Just Marvel movie stuff, dialogue and all that. Jeez. I swear, all the modern writers in these big projects, all they know about writing is Marvel movies. It's like that's where they learned everything. It's like we watched a bunch of Marvel movies, and that's it. Not even the good ones. It's disappointing. Very disappointing. What? Oh yeah, everything's so dialogue heavy now. What? Let's go here. Wait, what am I doing? The incident? I still have to wait on this one. Wait and search. Let's see, let's go back to my, what do you call? Back to my ship. I want to see if Nemos has anything to say. Do 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 do. Nemos, where are you? Nemos, this way. Nemos are here. Let's see. Okay, nothing. Let's see, can I speak to you? No, I cannot. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Let's do the other one, the Henrik's mission. Do do do. Huh. Whoa. There was a malfunction in the engineering chamber during the warp journey. The accelerator cognitors stopped obeying the tech priest, and for a few precious moments, the ancient machines were left to their own devices. The crew managed to avoid serious breakdowns or accidents. Several acolytes of the cult Mechanicus were turned into servitors as penance, and the bosom gave out several triple watches to the voicemen who dredged up the old rumors about the cursed ship. I see. I wish to make you unsafe. Okay, warp. Ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his brain. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of. Nice. Let's go ahead and do this. Anything around? Nothing. Visit. Do. Ah, ships, perfect. I want to fight them. Lord Captain, we have arrived in Photon System. Our translation from the warp was a little rough, a net loss of about 500 souls on the middle and service decks. The God Emperor only knows how many wounded, but that's only half of it. The brain boxes on the augurs were sending me reports that aren't doing my mood any favors. Real space here's got some holes in a sieve, and all over sensors are playing up. It's got to be sorcery, Lord Captain. If I was you, Lord Captain, I'd do what I came here to do. Right, sharpish, and clear out, while we still can. I've seen the likes of this before in the same region. Maybe your sorcerers will be able to explain it better. But here's what I know. Stuff like this never ends well. Oh, I can do the star as well. I'm gonna go look at this. Begin scan. Fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I kind of need more fuel. Not that I kind of need it. Do. Got more fuel. Okay, we're good. What's going on? Oh no, just don't go here yet. Let's go to this planet. The surface of the star shimmers with a myriad of hues. The dance of colors fascinates any who dare glance at it. The playful colored patterns appear on the vessel's augurs in a wide variety of spectra. From infrared to ultraviolet, every voidsman knows these such emissions are dangerous to organic matter. And Master Helmsman Raver asks the crew to resist the desire to admire the star. Not everyone manages to follow the device, and some crew members suffer nausea and headaches. Let's see. Order the shutters of the bridge's panoramic windows closed. Doo-doo. Do-do-do-do. Begin scan. Nothing. That's a really nice star. Okay. I really want to destroy these ships. I've been wanting to fight for a long time. And we finally get to do it. Let's do this. Gah. Let us do this. Finally get to fight them. It's what I wanna do. It's what I wanna see. Oh, I don't know what I can go and see the day. Oh, I don't know when.
You are going to do better with them. In this crude vessel.
I am. Who's this? Dorsal. So we got these guys. And we got these guys. Okay. I'm thinking. Hooty hooty. First things first. Send these out.
Lock on and launch.
I haven't done this in a while, so I can't remember fully what my what I'm supposed to be doing. Do. So don't do that just yet. Do. Here, let's do vulnerability scan. Do you see? Oh, it's the left side. Okay. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Here, let's just go forward.
Helmsman,
Let's just go right
navigate
at it.
us to the designated coordinates.
Just do it. Okay, don't have a range. I don't have range. Might have been a bad idea. Okay. Should be fine. Oh, I can have range. If I do this. And then I do this.
Deliver their demands.
Take that. And then take that.
I want to hear the macro cannons roar.
Nice. Oh, that didn't work. Do. Let's see, let's do the warp chamber. Okay. Do that. Nice. Nice. Although he might shoot me now. I wish I can turn, but I can't. End turn. That's a pretty solid first turn. I think I'll be fine. My allies should be able to take these guys down. I think. Maybe. Possibly. Do. Go, my ally. I believe in you. Destroy. Oh god. Everything's fine. Yeah, my shields took most of that. Woody, woody. Let's see, where can you go? Darn, not close enough. That's alright. Enter. Can you... See, gives control of the nearest torpedo salvo, granting it 5 movement speed. I want you to go here, because this is the vulnerable side, and explode. Nice. Oh, did you not do any damage? Oh. Whoops. Let's see, can I... see... You're just in range, right? Fire.
Unleash a barrage of destruction!
Take that. And then I want to do this. So that I'm...
We have a destination to reach.
And then I'm going to use my other gun.
Show them the
Take
fury
that.
of our macro cannons.
Target destruction confirmed.
I'm
Praise
amazing.
the Omnissiah.
I'm the best ship captain there ever was. I mean, that's probably not true at all, but I like to think it is. Let's see, who do I want to do this for? Let's do maneuvers. Okay. And I believe that's the end of my turn. It is. Don't worry, buddy, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. No, buddy. You got this, buddy. I believe. I believe in my buddy. You can be the best by default if you get the other captains destroyed. That is true. No. How could you shoot me? Get him. Yeah, point blank. Get him. Get him again. Oh. Okay, let's see if I could do... Can I shoot you? Oh, you're just out of range. Unless...
Full speed ahead.
Do this. Blast.
Let the macro cannons sing their deadly.
Take that. Oh, he didn't die. Take that again.
Unleash a barrage of destruction.
Oh my goodness. Launch.
Rain destruction upon our enemies.
Okay, I feel a bit bad about that. That did not work. Okay. Going to do this to you. Do this to warp. And then I'm gonna do this. There you go. That got him. End turn. Oh no. It's alright. My shields are holding. Darn. We got this. Okay, you go here. But I have an idea. End turn. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't use my dorsal. That means I can do...
Set course with all haste.
And then do that. And then I want you to do that. Then I want you to go as close as possible.
Full speed ahead.
And blast them.
Unleash the power of our lance batteries.
Nice.
No one can outmaneuver House
No
or
one can
Celio.
defeat me. Nobody. I think I only struggled with one of these once. And it was against the Heretic Legions. Against the darn Heretic Space Marines. Whew. I think I leveled up. Upgrade. What do I get? Let's see. Let's see. There is a bunch of stuff I want. I do kind of want this one as well. Let's see. What else do we have? These are buffs. Maximum overdrive. Until the end of combat, the flagship's speed is increased by 2, and its maneuverability is increased by 1. The bonus damage dealt by Voichik Ram, based on the distance traveled. +1. Yada yada. Let's see. I mean, that is nice. What about you? I need the shield one. Boarding party. I don't really need you. Launches a boarding party to infiltrate the ship, starting internal fires and possibly causing engine damage. That cripples the ship for 1 round. That could be nice. Honestly, I kind of want them all. Hoodie. I think I'll go with strafe, because I do need strafe. And then we'll go with, let's see, arc. Next shot gains +2 extra range. Oh, I didn't realize that I had that. That can be useful. Definitely can be useful. And apply. Hello, Kaiju. Hello, Kaiju. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I finally got to have a ship battle, and I'm quite satisfied. I mean, I could be more satisfied with more, but, you know, you gotta do, you know, get what you get, you know. Oh's well. See, is everybody upgraded? Yes. Only you, because I don't have any of the shield stuff, so I never got your abilities. Well, it should be fine, because we almost have everything. Should be all right. Okay. Now to the planet. Oh yes, there was also a plot against one of my loyal families. Someone tried to frame the Wessarians. How dare they? Let's see. Okay, we got Heinrichs. And we got, not you, Abelard. I need Pascal. Let's see. Should be good. Because these are the ones I actually like. And then Heinrichs will help. Okay. How dare. Here we go. Wherever I do know the truth. Okay. And what is this? Where even am I? What was the quest I was doing? Make planetfall. Preliminary assessments of the situation is systems bleak. It is imperative that contact be established with the survivors of the planet's surface immediately. Okay. Let's go.
The Divine watches over us!
Destroy them.
At last,
I will.
the mystery of Atlas is revealed.
All heretics.
What I carried in my
fall.
chest for so many years has been explained.
Oh
as
yeah,
have
that's
my
right. I did your
special
quest
powers.
too. We found out that
Persephone's experiments
Atlas was something
crossed
crazy.
the line into heresy. Were it not for the special privileges of the Navis nobility, your house would have been overthrown and destroyed long ago. I would like to believe that in the future, House Orselio will seek
What are
out
you
more
doing, Henrik?
acceptable
Are you
ways
threatening
of
my future
consolidating
wife?
its power.
Don't threaten my future wife. How dare you? How dare you? Hello, Overseer. You see, the sentry rubs her eyes and gawps at you. One half of her face is covered with a bulky, rusty augment of unknown purpose. You came to rescue us. Praise the God, Emperor. It reached you. The sorcerer's message reached others like him. May he rest in peace. We are most honored by your presence. Please come forward, quickly out of the darkness. The woman hurried, checks a nearby lumen, her hands visibly shaking. Those creatures who come from the dark, you see, but not for much longer. Not for much longer. And now you're here, and the mistress, Lichtenhard, has already found a way to help us. Heinrich's dourly listens to the sentry's speech. He takes a few steps forward and intently peers at her face as the woman herself freezes in fear. Then Heinrich scowls and cuts a glance at you. We need to hurry. Examine the sentry's face. Even under the wavering lumens, you notice something strange. The slightly skewed proportions, the almost indiscernible asymmetry of her facial features. Looking at the other sentries, you see the same oddity in their faces, too, and the fact that they are all wearing the same strange ramshackle implants, which clearly are not combat augments. Hendrix meets your eyes. Noticed, have you? Don't jump to any conclusions. It could be a local genetic anomaly. It could be something else. We can't say anything for sure yet. See, what a stroke of luck. It seems we have already found who we are looking for. See, what's happening on the planet? See, survey the barricades. Yeah, what's happening on the planet? It's terrible, my lord. I don't even know how to describe it. It's been what? How long has it been? A few months, probably. A few months of being plagued by those sorcerous beasts. As soon as the night fell, they came, creeping right out of the shadows, black as soot. There's no stopping them. The only thing that's worked so far is keeping the fires burning and maintaining a constant watch, and even with that, the creatures drag us off in ones and twos the seconds we drop our guard. Sorcerous creatures from the shadows. Could they be demons? Demons. That would explain the presence of warp anomalies in the system. A local breach. It could be a local breach. And see. They do not appear to be very sturdy. Study the, Please, my lord, the sentry is on the verge of tears. Do you think we are trained guardsmen? Or from the expedition convoy? We've lived here for generations, and up to now, the God Emperor has guarded us from misfortune. But now we have to fight. The survivors have all gathered in the tunnels. We're handed out what weapons we have. But how is that supposed to help us against these butchers when we don't always know how to use our weapons? Let's see. You mentioned an expedition. Yes, about 30 years back, we were brought here with a load of clever people from some high-up adeptus of something or other, and we've lived here ever since. I've raised 4 kids here. 2 died at the excavations. 1 was taken by the monsters, but my youngest is still alive. Excavations? Perhaps the expedition, or rather, its objectives, or what Amelia was... I was saying, Amelina? Melania? Was interested in. Of course, the easiest option would be to ask her directly. I wish to see Amelia Lichtenhard. Mistress Lichtenhard is inside in the pit. You go on. Don't be afraid. She will be there to properly greet you. We'll stand guard. Thanks be to the Emperor for delivering you to us. No problem.
Let the
I will
faith
do
guide my path
what I can
to
to
glory.
help you. As soon as I grab these goods. I said, as soon as I grab these goods.
This exploratory is blessed with multifunctionality. We are bound by the blood
Any
of
more
martyrs.
items? Looks like there's a whole area out here that I haven't gone. Can I go there? Perhaps I can go there later.
Let us walk this path
Let's go
to
inside.
the end.
Huh? What's happening? That chill. Where's it come from? No, the lights, no! No! The creatures, they're coming. Weapons ready. Fire! Shoot them! No! Oh, these are, Xenos. These are the, Dark Elves. Oh no. Don't worry, I'll come to help. I will save you. I'll save these people.
Impure Xenos, I will drown you in
I'll
your
save you all.
screams.
Oh no, I can't save you guys very easily, because Cassia will kill you guys by looking at you. Okay. I can try to get Cassia somewhere where she won't kill everybody. You know what? I'm just gonna have to get used to not using one of her abilities. Let's see, you do this to Sky.
Me?
Go, Sky.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, I want you two to do stuff. I want you to charge this guy. Here, let's do this.
I will triumph.
Now charge.
Purpose guides me. Accept a blood-soaked
Nice.
tribute.
Good job. Good job, Sky. You did well. Let's see.
One step closer.
And then we're gonna do this. Get these guys to fight you. Okay. Enter. I want to save as many as possible. Give this to
Isn't
Magenta.
this a job for the serfs?
You. I want you to go about over here. Give this to Sky,
Rejoice in service.
as well as give this to Sky. And I want you to give this to Sky. Maybe. Possibly. Yes, give this to Sky.
This is beyond me.
Never mind. Don't give that to Sky. Let's see. Give this to Argenta.
And so shall it be done.
Enter. Enter. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Okay, first things first. Give yourself
I'm
a buff.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Because if I use her her eye, she's gonna kill everybody. Uddy. So I'm gonna have to use you. Oh no.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Do.
Another foe painted black.
That's gonna have to work. Do. Darn. Do. Who can I do this to? Like that? Darn. It's only gonna affect one if I do it that way. Darn. I guess we'll go. We'll just have to affect one. Can I walk? No, I cannot. What do you? Because if I use this, I'm gonna kill everybody. Not use this, I mean this.
Do not dare ask.
Ask her,
Me?
let's do that.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I don't want to hurt you. Darn. Oh, there we go. Nice. Very good. Does this only affect enemies? I don't think so. Oh, this only affects enemies.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Get him. Okay. Now I do this.
If I may.
Nice. End turn. Okay. We might be able to do this. Do.
My vow is to serve.
Do. And then we're gonna do.
Running binaric override.
Let's see. Do. And then do. Can I get you? Cannot. But I can get you. Good.
Request approval.
Nice.
Successfully terminated.
Only need you. End turn. Okay, leaves Argenta. Argenta, I want you over here. Hoodie, hoodie, hoodie. Save these people. I believe. I believe in you.
Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And I want you to eliminate these guys. Please, please, please. Get him, get him. Aww. Okay, do it again.
I'll do it.
Nice, 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 nice. Perfect, perfect. Good job. In fact, I want you to body block. Save this person.
God Emperor, move.
Why are you going over there?
Fire in
What
my
the?
heart.
Well, looks like that failed. Ooh. I don't know why she did that. Dash. Oh, whoops. Okay, you, Varden. Give. Do this.
The Emperor commands.
Do this to you. Do this to you.
Rejoice in service.
Do this also to you. And that leaves you. What do you... Can I do this to you? Cannot. Can I do this? See the target under the effect of this will attack will ignore enemy dodge. Additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced below. Let's see, I see. Do. Can I give this to Argenta? Too far away. Give it to Heinrichs. Okay. And I want to give this to... I cannot give that to you. I can't give this to you, though.
May my wrath be thy undoing.
I believe.
Ruin beckons.
I believe. Huh. Do. Huh. Do.
Purpose guide. Death
Nice.
shall reign.
Nice. And then I want... Oh, you can't move anymore, darn. Okay, Reckless.
I will triumph.
Reckless Rush
Purpose guides me.
to here. Look. Attack.
Render the blood-soaked tribute.
Can I get him to go all the way over there? I think I can. I just have to do this.
Whispers, guide my hand. Sow the seeds of discord.
We got this. I believe. Can I do this?
I need.
Got him. Saved everyone. And that we could save anyone. Boy, we saved him.
The divine watches
believe.
over us.
I like saving people. Do. And now I get your items. Some like them. I like the items.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
All the items. I'm sorry for your friends, but at least you all survived. At least they all survived. Now, we shall speak with the one in charge. Who will it be? Who will I speak to? Well, I already know. I think that's the whole reason I'm here. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. Oh. Board Board up passage.
Triumphant, as always.
Oh, sorry. I just really wanted to see what was in here.
Damn it! It's a Vox liturgy twisted by warp sorcery.
Oh,
Try not to listen too closely.
I will try.
May the hearts of the faithful not
Okay,
be
before-
daunted by the vile speeches of the foes of humanity. May our faith be strengthened in the face of
What do
all
you want?
corruption and foulness.
Stopping by to wish a good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Min-Q. Good evening. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
My house
Let's
would
see.
be proud of me.
We should be... I think this is probably going to be the last thing we do today, but it's probably going to be a while because I just started this this quest. Ooh.
Successful.
Ooh. Items. I like them. I like items. And of course, like and subscribe. Oh, thank you, Min-Q. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, where to go? This
Know
way?
your duty.
This way? Bad things? Bad things? No? No? Okay. This one? Anything okay? What are you guys doing? What is this? What is this? I think I'm supposed to go up there. Yes, I'm definitely supposed to go up there.
We shall reclaim what is
But I really
rightfully
want to see
ours.
what's over here. Item. Item. More item. 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 No. Okay. No item. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Just in case. Just in case. Do-do-do. And-da-da-da. Oh, I'm gonna go
Let
up
the
here.
faith guide my path to glory.
See, this does not look good. The symbols on the skin must bleed. Again, hold him tighter. This doesn't look good. God, Emperor, help me. Hello? Hello? Person? Let's see. The stooped figure draws back the hood of the grimly robe, revealing the emaciated face of a woman. Her skin is stretched taut over her skull, sickeningly protruding augmentations, and her cheek is marred with several open wounds. She looks at you with a feverishly gleam in her eyes. The visual description matches Inquisitor von Kolix. The sage blinks several times, or the sage blinks several times, and her head twitches. You made it here, after all. Henrik's usual mask of stoicism has melted away without a trace. He stares around him in undistinguished dismay. Amelia? Emelina? What is this? You're performing the arch-enemy's rituals. But no, stop, right now. Not another move, unless I tell you. The sage draws herself upright, as far as her crooked spine will allow, and flicks several switches on her facial augments. Then she turns to you, ignoring Henrik's words completely. Who have you brought with you? Interrogator von Kolix, clearance level. See, Varden Heste von Valencius, rogue trader and the God Emperor's anointed. Let's see. My name is Varden Heste von Valencius. I agreed to help you at Henrik's request. Let's see. Von Valencius, a rogue trader's dynasty. Territory to the galactic west of Urabundus. The head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valencius, has been flagged for her heretical sentiments. Threat level. Henrik gestures at the room. I brought the help you requested in your message, Emelina. A void ship under the aegis of the rogue trader. I dragged thousands of people, megatons of plasteel and ceramite, through the bowels of the warp. And for what? To discover that you have sold yourself to the archenemy. Emelina shakes her head. You're drawing conclusions based on incomplete knowledge of the situation. Interrogator von Kolix, your judgment is impaired. Henrik, why is Emelina addressing you in this strange matter? What has happened? Let's see, I expect that Emelina has chosen to seal the memory block containing data of a personal nature. She does this whenever she is concerned that someone might try to extract information. about Calcazar or tear from her. Hendrix thinks for a moment, and then his clear voice says, Sigma prosperity. He pauses before repeating the strange phrase. The reminiscence block you are attempting to assess was repurposed. It now contains knowledge of the rituals performed by the shamans of the place. My standard working memory alone was insufficient to record all the nuances I uncovered in my research here. Hendrix looks as though he has been punched in the gut. Emelina, you deleted the data about all the members of Calcazar unit? You wiped us all? Of course not. I retained a portion of the reminiscence block's data relating to the operational significance of the Lord Inquisitor's unit. That is how I was able to recognize you, Interrogator von Kovacs. What has happened on Photon 4? I came here on the supreme directive of the Lord Inquisitor. An Adeptus Historica mission was established on Photon 4 to study the origins of the civilization that once inhabited the planet. This world has once settled by humans. The mission aimed to discover which colony ship they came from and why they disappeared. The traces of the ancient culture uncovered in the layers of soil suggested the existence of primitive solar faiths among the dark inhabitants of this world. Faiths that are strikingly similar to the void ship of the archenemy. The surviving scrolls indicate the shamans used the gifts of chaos to protect their people, to secure the harvest, to imbue their warriors with strength and vitality, and that this culture persisted for thousands of years. I was cataloging data when the attacks began at one of the remote outposts. I immediately recognized the enemy by their tactics, Drukhari. They chose an unremarkable, defenseless world where night lasts half the year. By the time 5 outposts have been swallowed by the darkness, the last astropath had been torn to pieces, and many calls for help sent to Calcazar's unit had gone unanswered. I realized that no one was going to save these people of this knowledge, and so I put the knowledge to use for the good of humanity. So that explains what we saw on our way here. Hendrix, makes sense of this for me. Am I going mad, or is her colleague engaging in fragrant heresy here? The notion of heresy is hardly applicable. Your influence has made Hendrix more callous. It's the two people in our line of work, Heste, but you are correct about one thing. Emelina has crossed the line that separates a servant from the Imperium from a deluded Chaos Worshipper. I am sorry I asked, but what are you trying to achieve here, Emiliana? See, your influence has made Hendrix more merciful. The ritual was interrupted. What is it supposed to do? It will rid the world of its half-year-long night, and the mandrakes of their toil advantage over us. It will force a new heavenly body, this one of human making, to rise above the horizon and illuminate the dark side of the planet. If the ritual works, I will have mastered the secret of forging a new sun. This is madness, pride, monstrous, and staggering heresy. Do you mean to say that you discovered a ritual for creating a sun here? Buried under the silica and the granite are knowledge and resources that could repel the enemies of humanity, or repel. We are too afraid of anything labeled prohibited. My memory contains thousands upon thousands of pages from manuscripts, tomes, scrolls. Contact with any of those is supposed to guarantee instant death. But the preachers who claim this are liars. I am living proof of their falsehoods. Oh jeez. What happened to the people of this world? All of the survivors are here in this tunnel. The rest are dead, or worse than dead. They are in the clutches of the monsters from Komara. Our last astropath died when his mind was invaded by a warp entity. I had used this side trail to hunt him down. The rest of the people here have been blessed with the protection of those forces that I summoned to our aid. That is enough. I have heard all the justifications and complaints 100 times before. No purpose can justify what you have brought here, who you have become. Who I have become, interrogator von Kovacs. I am what any agent of the Golden Throne is predestined to become, if they are able to see through to the essence of things. I have, as the Puritans say, succumbed to the heresy of radicalization. Moreover, in doing so, I am only following in the footsteps of our mentor. The only difference is that I have chosen the path of oblationists, while he chose the Xenos Hybris, forging an alliance with the cursed Drukhari. No, the Xenos Hubris, forging an alliance with the cursed Drukhari. What unthinkable accusations! The Lord Inquisitor in league with the enemies of humanity? Oh, is the Inquisitor helping the Drukhari? Amelina, suppress your urge to debate internal matters in the presence of the rogue traitor. Additionally, I will not tolerate insults to the Lord Inquisitor in my presence. No. We've already started, so you may as well continue the conversation. Why? It's the just philosophical rhetoric, referring to the old men with a weakness for demigod. Actions are being driven by this philosophy, interrogator von Kovacs. Mine, yours, the Lord Inquisitor's. Why are you avoiding talking about the fact that Xavier Alcazar is a dangerous radical, no less dangerous than I am? Except I am not driven by utopian ideals, but by a desire to protect humanity, using a broader range of tools. What you call a broader range of tools is heresy, Amelia. Unremarkable, commonplace heresy. Heresy that has taken on a twisted form in the mind of subjected to prolonged contact with corruption. The arch enemies have been gnawing at you from within, creating a star with a chaos ritual. You've crossed the line. No, you have obliterated the line. The line? Lines are for the weak and ignorant. Anyone capable of weighing the risks and making a calculated decision would have done the same as me, to protect the Imperium's domain, to deliver a preemptive strike even, von Valencius. You are a simple mortal endowed with huge power and privilege, ruling over worlds, holding millions of lives in the palm of your hand. Tell me, would you have done the same in my position? I would not have made the same mistake. Yes, fear and cowardice are the worst enemies of the Imperium's defenders. I would not have made the same mistake. Blinkered vision and a narrow mind, a warrant of trade in the hands of such a person is a dangerous prospect indeed. Amelia shakes her head spitefully, her eyes filling with blood. The only one to answer my call, and you turn out to be a brainwashed pawn. I did not factor in the possibility of a psychological dependence. Alcazar can be persuasive, especially to those who depend on him. A favored sorcerer, a Casablancan renegade. Oh yes, interrogator von Kovacs. Xavier Alcazar's stalwart little soldier. You will die just like Tanakia. Amelia. Iona Lieutenant. Henrix begins stiffly formal before breaking off. Tanakia? What do you know about Tanakia? Amelia shakes her head. You don't even know what fate befell her, do you? I suppose it won't hurt for you to know something of it. A strange sound causes the sage to fall silent. She turns her towards the tunnel. Oh no, what's happening? Oh no, bad peoples. Oh, they're here. The thing is, all these people are bad. These guys are heretics, and those are Drukhari. The beasts, they're here. The ritual must be completed. The preparations must not go to waste. We need to block all possible approaches. Light. We need light to dispel the shadows in the corners. Okay, we need light. Woody.
The holy Xenocide is its own reward.
Turn the lamps on. I see. There's lamps over here. Oh, let's see, where else? There's... Turn on the lamp over here. Okay. Well, prepare for battle. Well, I'm gonna want you. Hoodie. Do we have any survivors over here? None. There's no survivors over here. Okay, so I want you over here. Let's see, Henrik's. I want you also over here. Varden. Here. Where is Cassia? Here. Sky. Here. Argenta. Maybe Argenta over here just to shoot them. Start. Give this to Doo-doo. Let's give this to Argenta.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Extra turn. Who should I give extra turn to? Doo-doo. I could give it to Sky. Or give it to Argenta.
If you insist.
Sad there
Lord
are no
Captain.
survivors. Oh man, no survivors. Sad. So sad. Do barely any damage to these people. Woody. Do
Doubt
it.
is for the weak.
That was enough.
Is a
It
prayer.
was enough damage. And let's go ahead and end turn.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
End. Okay, you. Do. Gonna go ahead and end my turn. And I want you to give this to Sky.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Give this to Sky. The thing is, I don't want him to go down just yet. Yaddy. Take aim. Give this to you. Can I give this to you? I cannot. Finest hour. I would prefer to give this to... Let's see, what can I do? How many more enemies are there here? Anyone? Not that I see. Okay. We'll give it to Sky.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
Sky. Destroy them. Make them not be alive.
One step closer. Purpose guides me.
Go ahead and go here.
Descend upon the weak.
And then I want you to destroy.
Ruin accept
Nice.
what a satisfying
Drop.
demise.
Perfect. And then I want you to go.
I reject the very idea. I will triumph.
Do this.
Through chaos, I
And
stride.
then do this.
One step into the...
Get him, Sky. Got him. Good job. Can you do this to him?
I will
Yes, you can.
triumph. I will delight.
It looks like Sky just killed everybody. Might as well try to turn this on. Well, so much for that. End turn. Varden has end turn. Dude, oh, it's my turn. Might as well go over here. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this guy. Oh, I can't kill him.
I will not be deterred.
Do. See, who's next? It is Cassia. Who's after Cassia? It's you.
Rejoice in
Do
service.
Do this. Do this. Tee.
The Emperor
Do this.
commands,
Do this.
and so shall it be
And
done.
then what else can I do? Do this. And then that should be pretty much everything. Let's go ahead and do you.
I feel the power surging.
Huh. Huh.
The
Go
Emperor
here.
is on our side.
Buff yourself. And then I want you to buff yourself again.
Let's see to it.
And then I want you to do this.
I won't object to it.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and do... Could I kill you in one hit? That's the thing. Yes, the answer is yes. And we did it. Lamp on. Go all the way over here.
Everyone, step aside.
End turn. Okay, there's still more out here. Judging by the fact that the it hasn't. Oh no, it's not over. Need bad guys, or do I need to turn all the lights on? That's probably what I have to do. Oh, there's a light over here. Do. End turn.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Might as well give this.
That is
Nope, not that.
foolishness.
Do this. Oh no, do this. You go here and then go.
Purpose
And then turn this
guides
on.
me.
Good job. Enter. What should you do? And that's pretty much it for you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Enter. Go. Go.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Turn this on. Is that everything? Wait, there's a bad person over here? Where? Oh, he's right over here. I see him. He's at the... Wait, where is he? It says there's a bad guy here. Dude. Bad guy, where? Enter. Is there a bad person? Okay, right over here. He's
I'll put my
supposedly
psychic
over here.
abilities to use.
Where could he possibly be? Do. Is there anything else I can possibly do that I know of? Does not look like it. Do.
Naturally.
End turn, because I don't know what to do. There's supposedly a bad person over here. I don't see them. I wonder if it's the round. Do. Enter. Do.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Do. In turn. Anything? Is there bad?
Ravage and
Bad.
conquer.
Not that I see. Enter. Round 2. Oh, that's it. Wasted all my work. All my preparation. All for nothing. I see. Basically, I had to get all the lights on. And see. Amelia. Ionia Luchinard. In the name of the Inquisition, you are hereby removed from your post and expelled from the Holy Ordo. Henrik's eyes are fixed on Amelia, but she does not look at him. Then the interrogator turns his gaze to you. The fate of its fallen members is a matter for the Ordo. Heretical archives, artifacts contained in the excavation, and others asserts in the Lichenhardt's possession, I hereby declare the property of the Holy Inquisition. However, it is for the rogue trader to decide what comes of Photon 4 and its people. What is your verdict? Let's see, what will you advise me to do? This world has been compromised. Any attempt to assess the degree of corruption will necessarily be based on weak judgment, vulnerable to doubt and sentiment. I would get rid of the planet and its population. I see. We might have to do that. What will happen to the archives in Amelia? The archives will be destroyed to prevent the situation from ever reoccurring. Amelia is my responsibility. I also take the survivors off planet. Let's see. I will not risk taking the survivors into my crew. However, I will not leave them unaided. They will be given supplies and support for the defense against the Drukhari. Yeah, I can't take them as my crew because they are They're heretics. I mean, they may not have known they're heretics, you know? Adi. I'm sorry, when it comes to Kara and chaos, you can't allow sentiment. Can't allow it. I will do what is merciful, and at least give them the ability to defend themselves. So be it, Lord Captain. Now, as for Amelia, you are hereby stripped of your special status as an agent of the Golden Throne, and all attended rights and privileges. I am authorized to use all interrogation measures stipulated in the standard framework for information extraction to ascertain the fate of Acolyte Tonica Calburgaria. Will that be necessary, Amelia? No, Interrogator Von Kolax. I have no intention of concealing that information from you. I am almost certain that Tonica Calburgaria was eliminated on the orders of Xavier Calcazar after being deemed a volatile element. You're lying. And see, I have a rather unpleasant suspicion that the witnesses to this conversation are also at risk of being eliminated at a later date. Listen in silence. I saw one of Calcazar's documents when I went to receive my new orders. Only a fleeting glimpse, but with my memory, like a picked recorder, it was long enough for its context to be imprinted onto my mind. I do not know the details, but the document itself was an interrogation transcript with a final annotation indicating the removal of a person from the retinue, and we both know how someone leaves the Lord Inquisitor's retinue. Interrogator Von Kolax. Tonica is the Lord Inquisitor's top espionage specialist. Whenever Xavier chose to refrain from making a public show of strength, Calburgaria was invaluable. Why would he do this? Amelia looks up at Henrix, her eyes full of despair. I do not know, Interrogator Von Kolax. Just as I do not know why the Lord Inquisitor sent me to this nondescript planet as soon as I voiced my concerns about his methods. Just as I do not know if I should blame the warp for the lack of responses to my calls for help, or if Calcazar prohibited the others from answering. Oh, Calcazar might be something wrong with him. Not sure if it's heresy though. The nature of her mission and of Xavier's true purpose here in the Expanse was likely why he chose to bury the secret, and Tonica along with it. The operational data indicates that you are the retinue's primary torture specialist, Interrogator Von Kolax. All this time I thought you were the one who conducted Tonica's interrogation, and one of the reasons why I destroyed my personal data block was to ensure that my own sentiments would not prevent me from thinking rationally when I next encountered you or Calcazar's other servants. See, Henrix. Henrix says nothing for several seconds, staring into space. At last he begins to speak. Amelia, Ionia Lichtenhard. I know, Interrogator Von Kolax. I know all the procedures used on compromised sages, interrogation, unsealing of reminiscence blocks, but before you begin, she stands up, straightening her spine as much as she can, and looks into the interrogator's eyes with a weak smile. I thought Tanakia was you were doing, but as your reaction has revealed the truth to me. Henrix, it is Henrix, right? Yes. There's a subtle shift in Amelia's voice. She sounds older, wiser. You should know, I am sorry to have forgotten you. Henrix stares at the sage, saying nothing, then looks down and mutters something. Too quietly for you to hear. Thank you for your assistance in solving my problem, Rogue Trader. No less than any heretic deserves. Let's see. You're a pack of soulless, unhinged animals, you and all your Inquisitor. Let's see. No less than any heretic. But why? Looks at you, his eyes dark and lowering. Why don't you answer that question for yourself? Because Amelia's knowledge is just like the archives you are planning to destroy. Coming into contact with it is too dangerous. You do not want her to be subjected to your standard procedures at yours or anyone else's hands. What is this? Some kind of... Let's see. You really think my actions are driven by such sentiment? Henrix studies you intently. His face is difficult to read, but one of his eyes spasms briefly, just before he turns away. We are finished here. The planet will be designated unfit for further use. The risks are simply too great. It will take a few hours to deal with the excavation site and what the diggers found here. But it will not delay us. When we return to the ship, find a minute to speak with me. I'm guessing she's supposed to be dead. Take all the items, because I want them. It sucks that I'm gonna leave these guys behind because of the... Because it seems like they really didn't mean to be doing all this heretic stuff. So it's kind of sad. Poor guys. I'm sorry you were led astray. But that's what happens in the Warhammer universe.
Watches over us.
You get led the wrong way. Do-do-do-do. And get punished for it. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you all survive this. Possibly. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Do do do. And here we go. Kind of when I feel bad telling these guys, hey, I'm gonna leave you behind in this death world. Have you come to take us away from this place? You're here to save us. You're here to save you, aren't you? Or save us.
Know your duty.
Have you come to take us away? Oh, I feel bad. Feel bad. Is there really no way to go this way?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
I think that's everything. Ugh. Goodbye, everybody. Sads. If it wasn't for the chaos, I would have brought them with me. Ignorance is no defense for the crime of heresy. Exactly, Jum. Exactly. You are right. But I do still feel bad about it. I do still feel bad. Especially when it comes to Drukhari. Those are way worse than chaos. Hoodie, hoodie. Hoodie, hoodie, hoodie. I do hate the Drukhari. They're much worse. Chaos at least is at least like some kind of, you know, entity that's kind of controlling them, you know, influencing them. But these Drukhari are evil. They're just simply evil. Woody Woody. Let's talk to Heinrich.
Lord Captain, I thank you for your assistance with my mission. Thanks to rogue trader von Valancius, the Inquisition has stopped the enemies of humanity, even those hiding in its own ranks on this occasion. I will no longer be making any claim on your time or resources.
Everything Amelia said about Calcazar, should he be concerned about it?
It is dangerous information, but you are already too deeply involved. In the Inquisition, there are two main philosophies, Puritanism and radicalism. The adherents of the former are conservatives who strive to follow the letter of inquisitorial doctrine in all matters. The radicals are more pragmatic. They believe that the end often justifies the means, and they use tools that a Puritan would condemn as heretical.
Ori Ori. What I think Varden said. Or I just, you know, I say random
Emelina
things.
used the
Odi,
powers of chaos to
I think it'd
gain
be
the upper
OD.
hand against Xenos.
ODI.
I touched a cogitator built by cultists to learn its secrets. None of us is pure. Xavier. The craven-hearted say that the career of every Inquisitor ends in either death or heresy. The Lord Inquisitor has borne this burden longer than any of us. It would be naive to think that he had only ever used Puritan methods, and even more naive to suggest that such methods have in any way weakened his loyalty to the God Emperor. And that is all I will say on the subject.
What are you gonna do now that this is done?
I will remain part of your retinue. That will not change. I will continue to accompany you until I receive orders to the contrary from the Lord Inquisitor, if ever. Who knows? Perhaps one day my journey will end like Emelina's, but that day is not today.
I see. I must take my leave. Well, that's sad. I'm pretty sure it's implied that he really liked Emelina. So it's kind of sad that he had to end up killing her. Sad, sad day. But that's how it goes. That is how it goes. But that should be all for today. We definitely went a little over, but it's only been 30 minutes over. That's not bad. That's whatever. That's about normal, honestly. Let's see. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at something. Oh, yeah, this. So we only got this one, which I got to wait for this one. And then we got to do the main quest. I think I can't do these. I think I'm locked out of these ones. So I can't really do these. So it's only this one, main quest. You say ori ori a lot. I'm almost tempted to make a sticker of you with the words ori ori. I do. It's, I don't know why I do it. It's kind of like something I do. I don't know. Just ori ori ori. Ori ori. I'm unsure why I do it. But yes, it's like a, I guess like you could say it's more of a nervous tick of some kind. Maybe. But anyway, that should be the end for today. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I certainly do enjoy this game. This game has taught me so much about Warhammer lore. It's taught me so much. And honestly, this has been refreshing. And honestly, quite great. Because the what I used to know about Warhammer lore was only the Space Marine stuff, and honestly, I find Space Marines quite boring. Like a lot of that boring. But knowing what the about the normal everyday people, these people are, I consider, much more respectable. People worthy of my respect. Unlike those darn Space Marines. Well, maybe I won't go that far. But still. But yes, I shall see you all next time. Hope you all have a nice day. And yes. Yeah. I always don't end these really well. So I will just end it. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Till next time.